There is a lot about the job
Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome back to another Watch with Nordic live commentary stream. We are back yet again here today, commentating Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Vegas Golden Knights. What's going on, everyone? How are we doing? What's up, Goku? What's up, Austin? What's up, Official GJ? Kimberly's here. What's going on? Kaylee's here. What's up? Bond's here. What's going on? What's up? Eric. Tyler's here. Mr. GG's here. We got the whole crowd here. Good to see you all coming in as you all start flowing in here, obviously. It is Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final, and the Cup is in the building. Potentially the last game of the season tonight, or maybe we'll drag ourselves back to Carolina for one more on Wednesday. We'll find out. What's up, Jane? How we doing? So again, the Carolina Hurricanes tonight, they have the opportunity to win the Stanley Cup. They've only done this once before in their franchise's history. It came back in 2006, where Rod Brind'Amour, now the coach of this team, won it as a player. He's looking to win it as a coach here tonight. Should be a really fun game. Hopefully, in my opinion, it's not the end of the series tonight, but if it does end tonight, I'll be okay with that, of course. I'm all for more hockey, but Carolina, they've been on a phenomenal run. It wouldn't hurt to see them clinch it, but it also wouldn't hurt to see a Game 7. I know there's a lot of people in the chat who were advocating for that. Canes Cup tonight. Ready to call the last Canes game of the season. Taking the cup back to rally tonight. Yeah, we'll see. Got to get that one win. Only one more. Only one more. What's up, Scott? How we doing? How about those Canes? Yeah, right. Chance to win it tonight. We'll see if they're able to. Might be the last game of the season. Yeah, that makes me sad. Makes me pretty sad, to be honest with you, that this is it. Or this could be it. This could potentially be it. Wish we could go on for longer. Wish we could go on for forever. But sadly, all good things must come to a temporary end until next season. What's up, Kaylee? How we doing? Starting goaltenders tonight. It's going to be Carter Hart against Brandon Bussi, as it's been the last couple of games here. There was some question of whether or not the Golden Knights might try to pull Carter Hart and get Adin Hill in there, but it seems like they are still going to go with Carter Hart here for this game. And then Brandon Bussi is in net for Carolina for the third straight game, so we'll see what happens there with that. Hey, John, thank you for the $5 dono, brother. You have been phenomenal the entire year. So generous with your donations. I really appreciate your support, man. It means a lot. Thank you, brother. Hopefully this isn't the last game here of this season, but if it is, we're here for it. All right, Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final getting ready to get started here in just a couple of moments. Again, comment your guys' predictions in the comment section down below. Will the Hurricanes take home the Stanley Cup tonight, or will the Golden Knights force a Game 7 and live to fight another day? What do you guys think? Drop your prediction in the comment section down below. What's up, Zach? How we doing? Sorry, but let's go, Canes. Hey, man, you're not offending me at all. You're not offending me. It's all good, man. Oh, yeah, Austin? Canes Cup? Seems like a lot of us think Hurricanes Cup. Anybody think they're going to force a Game 7? I don't know. If it were in Carolina, I would definitely say that it's going to be, you know, the series would end tonight. What's up, JP? How we doing? If the series was in Carolina, if this game was in Lenovo Center, I would definitely say that this series ends tonight. But just because it's in Vegas, I don't know. I don't know. Knights win tonight. Let's wrap this up this evening, Canes. Yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Again, Carolina took home Game 5 of this series. 4-2 was the final score. And again, if they're going to win this series, they definitely need to come in here in this one and get some goals early. Again, that was really what impacted them in Game 5. They did let the Golden Knights score first, but they were able to connect afterwards. Got a few bucks on Vegas in parlay. Please, God, help these bums win one game. Yeah, right? Seems like I have this weird feeling that it's not going to be over tonight. Like, this doesn't feel like it's going to be the last stream, in my opinion. But, again, I'll be okay if it is. Like, I'm not really rooting for anybody here, but it would be pretty nice to see a Game 7. What's up, Michael? How we doing? Go Canes. Got all the Canes fans in here tonight. So, again, it's been 20 years since Carolina's won a Stanley Cup. They had the opportunity to do so here tonight. They won that 2006 team led by captain Rod Brind'Amour. And now Brind'Amour is the coach getting ready to potentially coach this team to a Stanley Cup here tonight. We'll see if that obviously happens, of course. Game 7 coming up. We'll see. Hard to put a team away. It is the fourth game. I've been saying this the entire postseason. The fourth game is always the hardest to win, and that has certainly been the narrative here. What's up, Kaylee? What's up, Michael? How we doing? Hey, it's J-Dub. What's up, J-Dub? It was always Canes in 6. How you doing, man? It's good to see you. I haven't talked to you that much since the finals have started, but yeah, man, we'll see if you guys can pull it off tonight. I am kind of pulling for you a little bit. I'm pulling for you specifically, brother. Hopefully, you'll be able to see it tonight. We'll see, though. Might not be that easy, but when is it ever? Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Nice. Got a lot of Caniacs here in the chat. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. Again, this could possibly be the final stream of the regular season. I do have some sad news. We will sadly not be live for the draft. I originally was planning on doing it, but I'm actually going on vacation. And if it was with my own family, I would stream the draft, but it's with my girlfriend's family. So, out of respect for them, I don't think I should leave their vacation early or stream anything from the house. I'm a little upset by it, but I think it's only fair to them that, I obviously enjoy the vacation and not stream the draft. But I will be doing a recap of the draft probably right afterwards. I think I am going to watch it or try and tune into it here and there. Yeah, I'm sorry, Taco. I really wanted to. I had so much plans for it, but this year, it's probably not going to be in the cards, unfortunately. It's like my first year going on vacation with them, and, yeah, it's, hope you guys understand. Vacay on draft day? Yeah, right? Well, they always choose to have their vacation the last week of June, and, of course, they're having it, right during the draft. The draft is actually the last day, which was really annoying. If only if it was, like, they go Friday to Friday, but they don't do that, so whatever. Already jonesing on the NHL to release next season's schedule. Yeah, right? So am I. I'm looking forward to it, too. Thank you, Jasper. Where am I headed to? It's Wildwood, New Jersey. It's nothing crazy. It's really nothing that crazy at all. But, yeah, I apologize, guys. It's we'll have videos on it and all that stuff. I believe at the beginning of that week, we're going to do a bit of a hangout stream. I did say that we were going to do this, too. We're going to be doing hangout streams throughout the summer. I'm going to try and do them once a week. Like every Tuesday, we'll come on here, we'll hang out, we'll talk about hockey. Even if it's like 10, 20 people, we'll come on for an hour and a half. We'll talk some hockey and we'll talk some other stuff. Just kind of catch up on everything that's going on. Kind of keep the blood flowing throughout the summer. And then once September comes around, we're ready for next season. All right, drop your guys' predictions again in the comment section down below. We still got about, I would say, 10 minutes until puck drop. But again, who do you guys think is going to win tonight? Are the Hurricanes going to pull it out? Or will the Golden Knights hold on and force a Game 7? Who is Gus Ford? I feel like I should know who that is. Looking forward to the Hangout streams. Yeah, Jane, thank you. We'll hopefully be doing them at least once a week. I'm going to try and fit them in where I can, but sometimes, you know, things get busy during the week and all that with work and such, but we'll get it done. Where do I think Larkin is going? I'm not sure with Larkin. Larkin's a very interesting case. The Red Wings don't have to trade him. The Red Wings do not have to trade him. So I wonder if they decide not to. But if I had to pick a destination, I feel like Minnesota just sounds perfect. But I'm not sure Minnesota can get it done. Alrighty, here we go. The two teams are taking the ice. Getting ready here for Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final here tonight between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Vegas Golden Knights. The Stanley Cup is in the building here tonight. Larkin said he wanted to go to Vegas, Wild, or Panthers. Yeah, that's pretty much what it's been with him, supposedly. So, yeah, that's pretty much the destinations that he released. I think he talked about expanding his no-trade list, though, or at least I've heard about that. But all right, doing the lineup intros here as we get ready for Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. National Anthem coming up here now in just a moment. Again, I will turn up the volume. I will take off my hat. I will turn off my voice. And we'll go for the National Anthem here in just a moment. There is some lineup changes tonight. Riley Smith is in for William Karlsson. William Karlsson suffered I believe, arm injury in Game 5. He is out for the rest of the postseason, whether it ends tonight or Wednesday, is what we heard. And then Caden Korzak is coming in tonight for Dylan Coghlan. So important thing to note there, those are the lineup changes for the Golden Knights. There is no lineup changes for Carolina. They are keeping the same lineup out here. All right, pregame intros have concluded. We are ready to begin with the National Anthem. I will take off my hat, turn up the TV, and we will listen to the National Anthem here from Carnell Johnson, one of the best.
Informed by Golden Pipes, Carnell Johnson. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ragged and the bombs bursting in air came proof through the that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, great performance from Carnell Johnson as always. He is phenomenal, and it sets the stage for Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals here tonight. The cup is in the building. Starting goaltenders here tonight on both sides. We'll start off in the Golden Knights end. We have Carter Hart in net for the Golden Knights here. He's played phenomenal in this postseason. Struggled a bit recently, but still solid. Alex Pietrangelo is ringing the siren here for the Golden Knights. Pietrangelo was a member of the Golden Knights as early as last season. Brandon Bussey in net for Carolina. He's 2-1 in the postseason, a 2.18 and a 908 save percentage here. He allowed 2 goals on 23 shots in the Game 5 win. On the other side is Carter Hart, 14-7, a 2.59 and a .909. The Stanley Cup is in the building here tonight. Will the Hurricanes hoist it up and wrap a bow on this 25-26 season? Or will the Golden Knights live to fight another day and force a Game 7 on Wednesday? It is Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. Thank you all for tuning in, and we are underway. Face-off is won by the Golden Knights. It's Shea Theodore who will dump it off the boards and back into the Carolina zone. A whistle blown dead here immediately in 1953 for an offside. Again, the lineup changes here tonight for both of these teams. Carolina keeping things the same. While on the other side for the Golden Knights, they have brought in Riley Smith for William Karlsson. Karlsson likely going to miss the rest of this postseason. And Caden Korzak comes back into the lineup in replacement of Dylan Coghlan. Face off here outside of the Carolina zone. Sebastian Aho will take the draw against Jack Eichel. I expect this game to be a lot more different compared to games 1 through 5. I don't think there's going to be a lot of goals in this one. I think it's going to be a very close game. Mark Stone ahead then for Anderson, who will dump it down low to the Carolina zone. Sean Walker picks it up for Carolina. Right side then, Dorofeev battling for it with Svechnikov. Dorofeev dumps it down low to the Carolina zone. On the right side, Marnook back up top to Stone. Fires it wide there of Bussy. Eichel fighting with Aho. Big hit there on Walker. Battling for it down low in the corner now is Dorofeev alongside Miller. Jordan Marnook trying to backhand this one up top. Stone down low then for Howden. Golden Knights getting some pressure here early. McNabb to Howden. Pass in front. Grab back by the Canes. They will clear it. Back into the Golden Knights end. What's up, Sharky? How do I know the players so well? It's just from doing this so long. From memorizing all the players' names and numbers. Golden Knights will clear this one to center. Barbashev battling for it with Chatfield. Mitch Marner will backhand this one down low into the Carolina zone. Ehlers gets there first. He'll backhand this one up ahead then for Jarvis. In the Golden Knights end, Shea Theodore will chip this one off the boards. Howden carries it down the right side. Played back down low. Chatfield fighting with Howden. Here's Ehlers across ice pass. Into the zone with speed. Over then for Chatfield, who will dump it down low into the Golden Knights end. Braden McNabb down low in the corner. Battling forward alongside Taylor Hall. Blake gets it around now behind the net. Wraparound chance. Goes through the crease of Carter Hart. And the Golden Knights will force it back into the Carolina zone. Gostisbehere. Cross ice pass to Blake. Jackson Blake trying to clear it to center. And back into the Golden Knights end. Icing against Carolina at 17:59. Looks like Taylor Hall's a little bit shaken up. I didn't see the play. Hopefully he's okay. What's up, Tarragona? How we doing? Looking forward to some awesome hockey. Yeah, man. We'll see if it's the last game of the season tonight. Hit that like button down below. We're at 38 likes. Subscribe if you're new. It'd be greatly appreciated. Again, face-off coming up here in the Carolina zone. It'll be Stankoven versus Eichel. Face-off is won back by the Golden Knights. Rasmus Anderson battling for it in the corner. Pass in front. Blake will clear this one all the way back into the Golden Knights end once again. This will be another icing. Yeah, this is about how I expected the game to go. I think it's going to be really close. A lot of back and forth, very defensive hockey. We've had no shots so far. In a game like this, where it's not only series deciding, but cup deciding, I'm not too surprised. Stankoven will take the draw here against Eichel. Face-off one by the Golden Knights. Up top is Hanifin. Fires it on. That one is blocked. Here's Blake. Ahead then to center. Carrier will chip this one down low to the Golden Knights end. Noah Hanifin gets it back. Off the board. Shut on there by Marnook. Saved by Carter Hart. Marnook down low in the corner. Behind the net then for Sebastian Aho. Aho up top. Fires it on. It's through the legs of a Golden Knight and back into the Carolina zone. Sean Walker gets it back for the Hurricanes. Keandre Miller in his own end. Pass ahead then for Sebastian Aho. Cross ice pass to Walker, who will dump it down low to the Golden Knights end. Caden Korzak chips it off the boards. Carolina trying to poke check it down low. Aho down low to the corner then for Jeremy Lazone, who will try and clear it away. It's kept in by the Canes. Golden Knights will get it back quickly and recover. Korzak in his own zone, slotting in then for Coughlin. Smith fires one on Bussey. He'll make the save. Down low in the corner now with it is Dowd. Nick Dowd looking for options. Tries to throw it down low. Puck deflects up in the air and out of play. There's head coach John Tortorella. Tortorella said after Game 5 that they would be back in Carolina. Not only did he say that, he said he's going to leave his clothes in the hotel where they were staying at because he was so confident his team would be back in Carolina for Game 7. We'll see if he's correct on that. Or otherwise, not a good look. Face-off in the Carolina zone is a tie-up then. It's battling for it is Jarvis. Seth Jarvis will get this one to center. Into the neutral zone with speed. Knocked off that puck by McNabb. Battling for it down low in the corner. Theodore off the boards to Stone. Stone right side to Eichel. Pass goes up in the air. And into Ray Ferraro's between the benches area. He'll throw one to a lucky fan. What's up, Robert? How we doing? Good to see you. Ray Ferraro caught that. Oh, no, he didn't catch it. Never mind. Looked like he almost got it. Shots are 1-0 here in favor of Carolina. 16:25 to go in the opening period. Stankoven's going to take the draw here. It's going to be against Howden. Yes, I will be, Robert, the entire season. Face-off one with the Golden Knights. Barbashev with speed. Cross-ice pass to Howden. Howden battling forward in his legs with Blake. Carolina will steal this one back as a break the other way into the zone with speed. This Hall a shot. He scores! Taylor Hall on the right side. It's 1-0 Carolina. Please do not spoil Tyler. Taylor Hall with the opening goal of the game at 16-13. It is 1-0 Carolina. Taylor Hall with his 7th of the postseason. And the Hurricanes lead 1-0 here on their second shot of the game. His second of the series. Robinson will dump it in there on Hart. He'll make the save. Carrier battling for it then with Korzak. Jankowski battling for it alongside Sissons as well. Jankowski trying to get that one free. Robinson battling for it down low as well. Cleared off the boards then. Smith up top. Back to Carrier. A shot into the chest of Carter Hart at 15:46. Taylor Hall, who was drafted back in the 2010 NHL draft by the Edmonton Oilers. It's been a long journey for him, bouncing around to many different teams. He's finally seemed to find his footing here in Carolina. And now him and the Canes have a 1-0 lead here about just over 4 minutes in. What's up, Delmer? How we doing? Carolina 11-2 in the postseason when scoring first. Shea Theodore off the boards. Marnook will dump this one down low. Svechnikov on the right side. Dowd poke checked at the center. Battling for it then is, I believe, Braden Bowman on the right side. He'll play it down low then. McNabb cleared off the boards and back into the Carolina zone. Keandre Miller gets it back. Chipped off the boards to Marnook and back to center. Svechnikov. Pass over to Theodore. You're right, Mr. Gigi. He was. He indeed was. Golden Knights will clear it back into the Carolina zone. Firing it around the boards. Down low in the corner is Bussey. Jordan Stahl trying to backhand this one to center. And all the way back into the Golden Knights end. Korzak racing there with speed. Korzak battling forward down low in the corner. Stahl forces the turnover. Pass in front of Lazone. Broken up. Jarvis fighting with Dorofiev. Howden gets it back. He'll clear it to center. Carolina will slap, shut it back down low into the corner. Puck will slide all the way back again into the Carolina zone. Bussey gets it for Carolina. Shots are 4-0 in favor of the Hurricanes here in this opening period. Golden Knights pick it up in their own end. Marner will dump this one down low. Chatfield fighting with Eichel. Canes will clear it all the way back into the Golden Knights end. This will be another icing at 14-16. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Hit that like button down below. Please consider subscribing. If you are new, this could potentially be our last commentary of the season tonight. I would hate for it. Well, I mean, I wouldn't hate for it to end like this. I would hate it to end, period. So, no matter what, I would hate to end doing these for the season. Face-off, one with the Golden Knights. Dorofiev, a shot blocked in front. Rebounds there. Stone down low, and Dorofiev couldn't get the backdoor pass. Battling for it down low on the right side. Dorofiev in the corner. Try to get it around. Carolina breaks it up. Jarvis to Stankoven. They are not going to take their foot off the gas. Here's Hall into the zone with speed. Hall will dump it down low behind the Golden Knights end. Hanifin gets it back for Vegas. Stone battling for it down low in the corner. Logan Stankoven clears it around behind the net. Shot there from Keandre Miller goes up in the air and wide. Here's Blake up top. Walker down low then for Taylor Hall. Hall on the right side looking for options. Up top, Walker, cross-ice pass to Miller. A shot down low, and Hall nearly got another good chance. It was broken up there on that play. Stankoven gets it back for the Canes. Broken up then by Anderson. Stone off the boards to center. Walker off the boards to Blake. Blake will dump it down low to the Golden Knights end. McNabb on the right side. He'll clear it back to center. Here's Barbashev. Right side fires it on, and that one is blocked and cleared all the way back down into the Golden Knights end. It will not be an icing this time. 7 minutes gone here into the first period of Game 6. Carolina with the 1-0 lead. Svechnikov down low in the corner, battling for it with Theodore. Pass in front, Sableheart rebounds there, and just wide. Good chance for Sebastian Aho. Svechnikov behind the net then for Carolina. He had 2 goals in Game 5. Svechnikov up top. Clear down low then for Aho. Pass over, and Svechnikov was right there. It was broken up. Golden Knights trying to play it to center. They will do so. Marner puts it through his legs. It's broken up then by the Hurricanes. Into the zone with speed is Aho. What's up, Eric? How we doing? Aho up top. Miller right side of the Gostisbehere. Shane Gostisbehere will clear this one down low into the Golden Knights end. Theodore back for the Knights. He'll dump it into the Carolina zone. Jacob Slavin will pick it up then for Carolina. Slavin holds it behind his own end. Shots are 5-1 here in favor of the Hurricanes. It's a 1-0 hockey game. Definitely not the start that you wanted if you're the Golden Knights. Carter Hart behind his own net then to Jeremy Lazone. Colton Sissons trying to clear it to center. Battling for it then with Sean Walker on the right side. Korzak gets it back then for the Golden Knights. It's dumped all the way back down low into the Carolina zone. Robinson gets it back the other way. Eric Robinson clears it into the Golden Knights end. Lazone fighting with Carrier. Puck is tied up. Jordan Stahl, right side. Battling with that puck alongside Jeremy Lazone. Tomas Hertl is there as well. Hertl back to Korzak. He'll clear this one all the way back down the other way. Stahl, right side. Hanifin steals it back then for the Knights up top to Eichel. Eichel, cross ice to Dorofiev. Dorofiev to Stone into the zone. Eichel loops it back around in the Canes end. Jack Eichel looking for options. Eichel moves in, shoots it, saved by Bussey. Here's Stone. Down low then for Eichel. Jack Eichel battling for it down low in the corner. Stone in front, and a good chance for Dorofiev. The rebound's there, up above the net, and Bussey grabs it. It deflected off of the top of the net and into the glove of Brandon Bussey before that one could cross the line. What a clutch sequence there from Brandon Bussey. And I believe we'll get our first commercial break. Taylor Hall with the opening goal here. And we are nearly halfway through the opening period. It's 1-0 Carolina. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. Leave a like on the commentary as well. Helps out with the engagement. Brings more people into the wonderful commentary. We are 10 subs away from 7,400. We are 10 subscribers away. So hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. Keep the grind going. Taylor Hall with his 7th of the postseason, assisted by Jacob Slavin and Jackson Blake, making it a 1-0 Hurricanes lead. All right. How we feeling, everyone? Carolina with the early 1-0 lead. I don't know. We'll see if the Golden Knights are able to come back. Just getting more water. 7,500 tonight? If we're lucky. If we're lucky, we'll see. Just got to put the work in, Bob. Just got to put the work in. We're not guaranteed it, but it definitely won't happen if we don't put the work in, so. Really good save by Brandon Bussey. It deflected off of the top of the netting and dropped into his glove. That was a very interesting play. What's up, Bon? Bussey made the save there on that. That's a clutch save there from the Carolina rookie goaltender. Face off in the Canes' end. Stahl will take the draw against Eichel. What's up, Roger? How we doing? Face-off's blown dead due to a violation. Coming in then is Jarvis, who will take the draw against Eichel. Now Jarvis will come in. Face-off is won by Carolina. Sean Walker down low in his own end, backhanded off the boards and cleared the center. Stahl will backhand this one down low to the Golden Knights end. Eichel fighting with Jarvis behind the net then. Jordan Stahl chipped off the boards there. Marner gets it back for Vegas. He'll dump it into the Carolina zone. Jordan Stahl plays it off the boards then. Carolina gets it back. Here's Walker 2-on-2. Walker to Jarvis. Cleared away then by McNabb. Jarvis battling for it down low with Theodore. McNabb gets it free then for the Golden Knights. He will try and backhand this one to center. Knights will get it there. Here's Dowd. Backhanded off the boards into the Carolina zone. Slavin fighting with Smith. Blake up top. Bowman a shot. That one is blocked. Here's Smith in the corner. Broken up then by Carolina. Jackson Blake across ice pass to Hall. Taylor Hall into the zone. Looking for options. Fires it. That one goes wide there of Hart. And a whistle blown dead here down low. We have a penalty coming up. It's against Carolina. A massive power play potentially coming up here for the Golden Knights. A chance to tie the game. I'm not sure, Real Flanch. I'm not sure. I'm not sure when the schedule drops. I've been wondering that too, though. It'll be a power play for the Golden Knights after Blake tripped Carter Hart. Rod Brindamore thinks it's a bit of a soft call, but it is what it is. We'll step aside here for a brief moment. Carolina still leads 1-0. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. Taylor Hall with the goal tonight. That is his 10th. ninth goal in a commentary stream after the draft. Yeah, around that time it comes out. Looking forward to it, though. Looking forward to seeing what opening night looks like. All right. Am I going to stream the draft? Sadly, I will not be live for the draft. I am on vacation. And it's not my vacation. It's my girlfriend's vacation. What's up, Kenny? How we doing? Carter Hart give up 4 tonight also. He's already a fourth of the way there, so maybe. Quarter of the way there. All right, Golden Knights power play here. We'll see if they'll be able to tie the game here tonight. It's a 1-0 lead for Carolina. Jackson Blake, who had an assist on the goal, will head to the penalty box for tripping on Carter Hart, and whether or not Carolina agrees with it. There will be a power play here for the Golden Knights. Knights pretty desperately need to tie here. Shots are 5-3 in favor of the Hurricanes. A little over halfway through the opening period. Hurdle will take the draw against Jordan Stahl. The faceoff is a tie-up. It's won by Carolina. Slavin clears it off the boards. And back into the Golden Knights end. Carter Hart, right side to Dorofeev. Dorofeev down low then for Mitch Marner. Marner moves it through center. Given up then for Eichel, who brings it through the neutral zone. Eichel, pass to Stone. Back to Eichel down low, whistle blown dead. Offsides against the Golden Knights at 9-11. Carolina's power play has killed all but 5 power plays here in the postseason. It's been very, very successful. It's been one of the real difference makers here in this series. And in these playoffs, only 3 games Canes have lost. Here's Marner. Carries it now through center into the zone. Fires it into the chest of Brandon Bussey. Carolina playing that structured defensive system that they needed to. I am not married and I do not have kids. I am 19 years old. Face-off blown dead off the draw. I think we have another penalty here. We do. Another penalty coming up here. I think it's against Carolina again. No, it's against the Golden Knights. Tomas Hertl heads to the box for a face-off violation. Wow. Face-off violation. Yeah, Duck Finn. The stat with Carter Hart is that he's given up 4 goals in all of the 5 games here in this series. And that's like the first goalie to ever do that. What's up, Charles? How we doing? Good to see you. So 4-on-4 coming up here. Face-off will be in the Golden Knights end. Thank you, Sylvie. Face-off in the Golden Knights end. It'll be Eichel who takes the draw against Sebastian Aho. Shots are 5-4. Face-off one with the Canes. Here's Gostisbehere into the chest of Carter Hart. That's a guy I wouldn't mind seeing win a cup. Shane Gostisbehere, former Philadelphia Flyer. Don't mind him at all. Yeah, face-off violation, Michael. Face-off violation on Tomas Hertl. Thank you all for tuning in. We have 260 people watching the commentary here tonight. Brett Howden will take the draw here against Sebastian Aho. Face-off is won by Carolina. Gostisbehere down low then for Jarvis. Seth Jarvis fighting with McNabb. Scramble forward here down low in the corner. Jarvis back to Aho. Aho up top. Gostisbehere waits. Pass back to Aho. Down low and the pass goes wide. Golden Knights will try and force it to center. Carolina being really aggressive. They're not giving the Golden Knights much of any room. Theodore through center. Shea Theodore back over then for Jack Eichel. Grab back then by the Golden Knights in their own end. Here's Eichel ahead then. Here's Howden on the breakaway. Saved by Bussey. He got him with the pad. Big save by Bussey. Here's Anderson into the zone. Rasmus Anderson battling for that puck. Stolen back then by Nikolai Ehlers. Ehlers through center. Fires it and it goes up in the air. And out of play at 8:03. Yes, I am dating a girl, Robert. She comes into the streams from time to time. Yeah, I'm dating a girl. Shots are 6-5 in favor of the Hurricanes. Another big save by Bussey as Howden at a 1-on-0, but was swiftly denied. Hanifin battling for it then with Taylor Hall. Up top, Chatfield drops it back then for Aho, who will come back to center. Taylor Hall will drop it back then for Slavin. Slavin into the Carolina end. Back over to Shane Gostisbehere. Yes, she's a Detroit fan. Here's Gostisbehere over then for Blake. Gets around the defense. Blake into the zone. Up top, Gostisbehere down low. Canes are now in a power play here for 20 seconds. The 4-on-4 is concluded. Here's Miller. Right side to Gostisbehere. Shane Gostisbehere carries it through center with speed. He'll dump it down low to the Golden Knights end. Carter Hart battling forward. Blake pass in front. Big save by Carter Hart as he recovered from a near dang it here in Game 6 of the Cup Final. That is a massive stop from Carter Hart. He recovered from diving from behind the net and made the glove save. If Carolina got that, this series would be over. Anderson battling for it then with Marnook. Sissons on the right side in front. Backhand. Saved by Hart on Marnook. As that one goes back down into the corner. Aho up top to Walker. Walker behind the net then for Marnook. Marnook battling for it with Hanifin. Cleared behind the net then for Aho. Up top, Nikishin. Save, rebounds there. And it slides back down into the corner. Hurricanes are hemming the Golden Knights here in their own zone. Sissons finally gets it back. And the Knights will clear it to center. Aho brings it back in. He'll dump it down low then behind the net. Shots are 7-5 in favor of Carolina. Here's Jeremy Lazone. He'll clear this one to center. Chatfield drops it back then for Eichel. Eichel into the zone. Fires it and he fumbled the puck. Good defensive play by Jacob Slavin. Canes will get it back to center. Jordan Stahl across ice pass. Broken up then by Korzak, who will dump it down low to the Carolina zone. Knights will clear it into the corner. Slavin fighting with Dorofiev. Cleared off the boards and back to center. Mitch Marner, who leads this postseason in points. Theodore holds it in the Golden Knights end. Cleared off the boards. Back into the Carolina zone. 5:20 to go here in this opening period. Smith fighting with Miller. Carolina trying to poke check this one to center. It's Ehlers fighting for it alongside Tomas Hertl. Sissons trying to get this one loose as well. McNabb just at the goal line. Walker fighting with Sissons. In the corner then is Smith. Pass in front, broken up then by Carolina. Here's Walker ahead then for Miller. Cleared back down low, stolen back to by the Golden Knights. And they'll dump it into the Carolina end. Here's Miller to Chatfield. Back over to Keandre Miller. Miller, cross-ice pass broken up by the Knights. It goes out of play at 4:44. We will step aside here for a brief moment. A big save by Carter Hart after a near dang it, as he made that save with his blocker. 1-0 Carolina here in Game 6. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. We are 8 subs away from 7,400. Hit that subscribe button. We are 8 subs away from 7,400 here tonight. A Game 7 will be great. More hockey. Yeah, but we got to get there first. Golden Knights have to force a Game 7. I had this feeling in the back of my head that this series may not be over yet, and I thought the Golden Knights maybe could force a Game 7. But so far, I don't know. Who's my inspiration to call hockey games? That's a good question. Honestly, like watching them when I was young as a kid and watching the broadcasters and their calls, that's what really got me motivated, to be honest. Just watching the broadcasters way back in the day call games. Seems like seems like a lot of people in the chat won a Game 7. All right. Shot 7-5 in favor of Carolina. Bill Clement. Congrats, Knicks. Yeah, the Knicks won last night. How about that?
Plus the Stanley Cup. What are you sensing from your team?
We're doing fine. I mean, it's another game for us. We can't get too excited about it. I liked our first period. It's okay.
When Taylor Hall scores that early in the game, what does it do?
It settled us down for sure. Just the empty net there, that would have been nice.
Yup, Doc Emmerich as well. One of the best. We're going to call Mammoth games next year. Yes, not all of them, because I want to commentate all 32 teams, but we will call a good handful of them. Clear back down low into the Golden Knights end. Here's Caden Korzak, who will dump this one off the boards. Stone battling forward with Slavin on the right side. Sveshnikov down low in the corner then for Marnook. Marnook battling forward with Lazone. Jeremy Lazone fighting with Sveshnikov. Down low in the corner, Andrei Sveshnikov clears it around behind the net then. Aho fighting with Dorofeev. Kane's trying to keep this one in the zone. Dorofeev takes it back then for the Golden Knights. Eichel will dump it down low into the Carolina end. Dorofeev fighting for it with Slavin. Stone will get to that puck. He'll fire it around the boards. McNabb shoots one on. It goes wide. Here come the Canes through center. Sebastian Aho with speed. Taylor Hall with speed. Gets in the zone. Save by Hart. Penalty coming up against the Golden Knights as Taylor Hall was interfered with. Jack Eichel does not like it. We're going to get a power play here for Carolina. 3:48 to go in the opening period. We'll get a power play here. As Eichel got him there with the stick, it's probably a hooking call instead. But regardless of that, power play coming up for Carolina. I posted my Mammoth off-season outlook, if you guys want to check that out. That was posted, I believe, 2 days ago or yesterday. Yeah, we got that out on the channel. Tomorrow's going to be Philadelphia. 3:48 to go here in the opening period. Face-off in the Golden Knights end. It'll be Sissons versus Stahl. Now Aho comes into the dot. Face-off won by Carolina. Gostisbehere back over to Sveshnikov. Sveshnikov on the right side. Down low for Stahl. Stahl to Jarvis in front. Big save by Carter Hart on Shane Gostisbehere. And now we got a bit of a scramble here in front of the Golden Knights net. Face-off coming up here now in the Golden Knights end. Won by Carolina. Up top, Gostisbehere. Right side to Jarvis. Carolina with a power play goal in 4 straight games. Here's Aho. Up top, Gostisbehere. Back over to Aho. Sebastian Aho to Gostisbehere. Aho broken up then by the Golden Knights. Here's Cole Smith. Breakaway then alongside Sissons. Sissons trying to get around Gostisbehere. Broken up by Jarvis. Jarvis to Aho. Ehlers into the zone. Battling forward with Anderson. Jarvis up top. Gostisbehere tipped in front. Just wide. Lot of red here in Vegas tonight. Here's Ehlers. Fighting on the right side. Gostisbehere up top. Halfway through the power play. Ehlers waits. Plays it up top then for Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere looks for options. Down low then for Svechnikov. Cleared into the corner then for Aho. Aho off the boards then for Jarvis. Tipped all the way back to center. Carolina will come back and regroup. Nikolai Ehlers battling forward alongside McNabb. Up top, Gostisbehere. Backhand pass to Stankoven. Blake on the right side, forced to center. Here's Taylor Hall. He'll loop it back around in the Carolina end. Off the board, Stankoven to Hall. Hall into the zone. Poke checked away. Marner fighting in the corner with Blake. Cleared back down low into the corner then. Stankoven up top. Ehlers to Hall. Hall down low. Stolen back by Lazone. They'll clear it down the other way. This will pretty much do it for the Carolina power play. 5 seconds remaining. Only one shot on this man advantage. Good defense by the Golden Knights. Puck is cleared up top. Theodore keeps it in. Marner to Theodore. Down low. Marner gets around. Poke checked away by the Canes. And they will clear this one back to center. Golden Knights pick it back up. Penalty coming up against Carolina. Here's Eichel. Bringing it back into the Golden Knights end. Carter Hart will head to the bench. 6-on-5 on delayed call. Eichel into the zone. Fires it. Saved by Bussey. With 1:22 to go. We're going to get a Golden Knights power play coming up. Power plays left and right here tonight. And we'll get another one here. This time it's a power play for the Golden Knights. Yep. Down goes Marner off of that interference call on Stankoven. Yeah, Kenny. So power play coming up here for the Golden Knights. Another chance to tie the game. They've been given quite a handful of opportunities, but they have been unsuccessful. This power play will carry over into the second period if they are unable to pick up a goal here, but we'll see. Eichel is a good player. Last comment wasn't fair. Yeah, Eichel's a good player. Just definitely has his struggles. Face-off is won by the Golden Knights. Marner back over to Eichel. Up top, Marner. Down low to Hurdle. Hurdle to Eichel on his stick. Couldn't get it there in time. Down low behind the net. Approaching the final minute of play here in the opening period. Eichel up top to Marner. Marner right side to Dorofeev. Dorofeev to Eichel. Cross-ice pass. Marner fumbled the puck. Grabbed back by Dorofeev. Marnook down low to Marner. Marner to Stone. Pass up top. Dorofeev down low. Marner gets it back. Marner regroups it up top. Mitch Marner fires it. Save Buster rebounds there. Jabbing at that puck is Stone in the crease. And it stays out. 40 seconds to go. Hurdle up top. Marner waits. Down low Eichel. Pass in front. Canes will clear. Down the other way. I thought for a second that was in the back of the net. It did not go. Here's Marner. Carrying it now through center. He'll drop it back then for Eichel. Eichel into the zone. Gets around the D. Hurdle up top. Cross ice. Stone to Marner. And that one goes wide. Here's Eichel fighting with Hurdle. Hurdle in the corner. Stone to Eichel. Down low. Dorofeev. Big save by the rookie Brandon Bussey. Time will wind down. That will do it for the opening period. Some huge saves from Brandon Bussey. And the goal from Taylor Hall is the only one we have through 20. It is 1-0 Carolina. What a first period that was. Oh, man, look at the replay. I thought for a second that rebound from Stone was going to cross. It looked like it almost did, but it did not. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for period number 2 momentarily. This is the countdown till the second. And as always, thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. I would greatly appreciate it. How we feeling, everyone? How are we feeling? Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. We are 7 subs away from 7,400. Taylor Hall with the goal here tonight to make it a 1-0 lead for the Hurricanes. We'll see if that is the only goal we get here tonight. It was the only goal in the first period. Some huge saves, though, from Brandon Bussey. He keeps this game scoreless. And again, the rookie there for the Golden Knights who came in relief during Game 3. He's made a difference, that's for sure. All right. Uploading a clip here of the Taylor Hall call. Everybody go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. Who will be calling in sick tomorrow? I work at 8 a.m. tomorrow, so got to keep putting the work in. Give it some time. Kane's been copping out multiple goals in the second period recently. Vegas takes the lead in the second. Yeah, man, we'll see. Last game, though, was the difference maker in that. Carolina gave up no goals in that second period. Game's not over yet, though. It is not over yet. Carolina should not take their foot off the gas. How much power play time is left? 38 seconds. What is my favorite food to eat at a sporting event? Fries. I love me some fries. Whether it's Chickies and Pete's fries, if you know what that is, or just regular fries. Fries are my go-to, honestly. If I have to be honest. With speed. Carolina will steal this one back as a break the other way into the zone with speed. This Hall is shot. He scores! Taylor Hall! Fries are great, yep. Poutine's good too. I like poutine. Carolina. Please do not spoil. 1-0 Carolina. Taylor Hall from Jacob Slavin and Jackson Blake. Fried potatoes in general are good. Poutine is the greatest. Fries and gravy with cheese is the shit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, fries are some of my favorite stuff. Love fries. Can't have it every time, though. So, yeah, for those who are curious, we are going to be live next season. We are going to be live for commentaries all next season. We did 195 commentaries last season. I don't know if I can beat that number, but I'm certainly going to try. I'm certainly going to try and beat that number. And just keep on putting the work in. And yeah, we are going to stream all 32 teams as well. There's a couple of teams that I definitely want to stream more. Poutine in Vancouver, amazing. Yeah, I haven't had poutine in a while. It's been a hot minute.
Welcome back to the Expedia First Intermission Report. I'm Taylor Hall, and you're watching the Stanley Cup Final. Yeah, you are Taylor Hall. Back from our best here at PK Subban. I'm Steve Levy. The Hurricanes have now outscored Vegas 7-2 over the last 5 periods, and Carolina is...
Golden Knights have outscored Vegas 7-2 in the last 5 periods. It's pretty significant. Shots were 9-3, I believe. Not 9-3. 10-8 in favor of Las Vegas.
Yeah, well, to me, he's been percolating all playoffs, especially come the Stanley Cup Final. And I noticed this from game 1. Late coming out of the zone, he's hanging behind the plate.
Hey, Thomas, thank you for the $2 dono, brother. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you, Thomas, for the 2. That means a lot, man. Thank you very much.
Here's Taylor Hall. Just keep an eye on him here. This puck, the face-off's going to happen. This puck's going to come out of the zone. Watch him just hanging behind. Anderson's trying to jump up. Hanneman's not counting numbers. The D got to count numbers at all times. There's 5 guys out there. You got to know where they are.
It was also on the left side, too. That's a little annoying.
Anderson, whether you're jumping, Hanneman just stays back.
All right.
Figure that out. You cannot allow a star player like that to get an opportunity that early.
Hurricanes' second line in this postseason. Taylor Hall with 19 points. Jackson Blake with 19 points. And then Logan Stankoven with 15 points. I really wonder who's going to win this Conn Smythe Trophy. It honestly might be Taylor Hall. There's a legitimate argument for it to be Taylor Hall. It does seem like, especially on the Carolina side, it's a little bit wide open.
The other number to point out is 0. Brandon Bussey putting on a show here tonight, man. I just love the way he plays. He looks so confident in the net. He's a big guy, but he's so explosive. He moves post to post and so well. And when he comes across, he's so compact. And look at this. Look at usually it's blocked out of his own net, but no, there's no rebound. So they can't get second or third chances there. This is a massive stop at this point in the game. He's trying to get through his legs there. He pulls up and plays. Another great save in the crease there. But it's just battle level for me. That is really kind of standing out.
All right, perfect. There we go. Anyone go fishing here? Oh, Jordan Stahl's another good choice. Jordan Stahl as well. Not a big fisher. I used to fish from time to time, but that was a long time ago. I haven't really fished recently. All right, we'll head to commercial break here yet again. 10 minutes to go till the second period, folks. 10 minutes to go till the second. All right. Got an ad. Who do I vote for? Are you asking me for the game? I think Carolina's probably going to pull it off. But I wouldn't mind seeing the Golden Knights force a Game 7. All right. Who do I want to win? Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing the Golden Knights win to force a Game 7, but I'm kind of just commentating this for the fun of it. I'm not really commentating it for, like, you know, rooting for someone to win. I just want to commentate the best I can with the most amount of hockey I can. But I don't know. Although it's, you know.
Introducing the revolutionary new Tide Evo. So clean, it disappears.
Hey, Jasper with the $10 dono. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the $10 dono, man. I appreciate that. That means a lot, man. Thank you. Just doing the best I can. Keep on commentating. Keep on commentating. All right. I am going to, because we're all good. I did the all-time stat sheet. I did the clip. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, guys. I will be right back in just a moment.
What makes a delicious New York style pizza? It's gotta have a perfect balance of crushed tomatoes, savory deli pepperoni, and dough stretched thin so it folds like it should. You'll get it when you taste it. Try Marco's New York style pizza for only $13.99.
There's a lot of science that goes into making sure this helmet protects me. The same is true of the Colgate Total Active Prevention System.
It's 15 times more effective at fighting the root cause of oral health problems.
Try the Colgate Total Active Prevention System.
Prevent problems before they start.
I'm not giving up. Richard, I am selling the building. Restaurant is flooded. Everything's either going to be okay or not.
Play your game, baby. FX is the best. The final season premieres June 25th on FX and Hulu.
Alrighty, everyone. I have returned. Sorry about that, guys. I used the bathroom super quickly.
But the save of the first period belongs to Carter Hart. Guys, keeping this a 1-0 game. Look at this. Yeah, a little bit of a giveaway behind the net, but look at the compete level. Speaking of Bussy compete, look at this save right here. Oh, always remember those kinds of saves, right? And he made 3 or 4 or 5 other ones. He was good in the first period. If Vegas comes back and somehow wins,
All right.
goes on to win the Stanley Cup, then people should remember that save that he made right there. So, moving on to the second period.
And yes, I did wash my hands. Also go Mammoth next year. Yeah, right? If Larkin goes to Vegas, I'm going to lose it. Me too. Me too.
Yeah, I think for Carolina, that was huge for them to score first tonight. And for Vegas, they need something good to happen to change the momentum of this game right now. Because right now, it's all Carolina. They're out-skating them, PK. Yeah, plain and simple. They're just out-skating them right now. They're playing faster, and Vegas is having a hard time keeping up. Too cute. Exactly what you said there. Vegas too cute. Speaking of cute, thank you. You're welcome. I mean, it's unbelievable.
All right, second period coming up in just a moment. Well, there's my girlfriend donating me $1. That's all you got? That's all you got? All you got is $1 for me? Everybody else I'm very grateful for. Thank you. I'm just joking around. Thank you, Cadence, for the $1 dono. Doing that just to mess with her. I'm not actually ungrateful that she only gave me $1.
Excuse me. Who makes this house red? It's sublime.
Showed the Carter Hart out of position, diving save, crazy. Yeah, right? Yeah, right?
This is a story about the one. The one who looks to Granger to make sparks fly.
Larkin to Colorado. Maybe. You used my credit card? Go figure. Of course you did.
With a wide range of professional grade products. For the one, working hard means others can play even harder. Call, clickgranger.com, or stop by.
All right, second period coming up here now in just a moment. Comment your guys' predictions. Who will score more goals in this second period? Will it be the Hurricanes or will it be the Golden Knights? What do you think? Will it be the Hurricanes or will it be the Golden Knights? What's up, Judy Toronto? I don't know if you've been here, but what's up? How you doing? Who will score more goals in this second period? Shots are 11-8. Bussy with 11 saves through 20 minutes of play. Seeing some Canes here early. A lot of Canes predictions. Knights, okay. We'll see if the Golden Knights can tie it. Think the Knights finally put together a period where they've got some shots on goal. They're overdue. Yeah, we'll see. Good to hear, Judy. Who's my favorite Flyer? All-time, Claude Giroux. Right now, it's probably Mitchkov. Golden Knights score 3. Aho scores. Grew up listening to hockey on the radio. You're the most unbiased commentator I've heard lately. Appreciate your pure love of the game and the players. Thank you, Tim. Hopefully all is well in Idaho. Golden Knights, Canes. Who's backing up Bussy? It is Pyotr Kochetkov, who is backing up Brandon Bussy. All right. Second period coming up. Whew, man. Oh, just kick me out of ESPN. That's fun. Let's try that again. Guys, go follow my Instagram. @Dickinson.45. Go follow my Instagram. Alrighty, everyone. Let's get ready for the start of period number 2 between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Vegas Golden Knights here tonight. First period recap. Goals were scored by Taylor Hall, Jacob Slavin, and Jackson Blake, making it a 1-0 lead for Carolina after 20 minutes of play. Taking a look at your stats through 20, shots are 11-8 in favor of Vegas. Faceoffs are 52% in favor of the Golden Knights. Power plays, Carolina 0 for 2, Vegas 0 for 1. Hits are even at 12 apiece. And block shots are 4-3 in favor of Carolina. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. The Golden Knights will carry 38 seconds of power play time into this second period. Not necessarily a big fan of that, in my opinion. I don't like when power plays carry over. I think it certainly takes away from the momentum, but obviously we'll see if that is the same here tonight. Period number 2 between the Hurricanes and the Golden Knights. And we are underway. Face-off is won by the Golden Knights. It's Eichel who will play it in his own zone. Back over to Mitch Marner. Marner off the boards to Hurdle. Hurdle to Eichel. Broken up by the Canes. They'll force it back to center. Hurdle gets it back for the Knights. Stone into the zone. Up top. Marner right side to Eichel. Gets around Marner. He'll scoot back up top. Marner down low for Dorofiev. A shot. That one is blocked. At the point, Marner a drive. Saved by Bussy. And the Canes will clear the other way. They will basically kill off the rest of this power play. Good kill by Carolina. Their PK stays phenomenal. Into the zone is Barbashev. Trying to backhand this one down low. Cleared back to center. Thank you, Judy. I really appreciate that 10. Thank you for your kind words. That means so much to me. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Judy. Thank you so much. Stankoven battling for it with McNabb. Howden battling for it down low in the corner. Howden fighting with Aho. Aho cleared off the boards up top. Theodore backhands it in. Chatfield gets it back for the Canes. Ahead then for Jarvis. Jarvis into the zone. Pass over is blocked by Shea Theodore. Here's Howden. Getting it back for the Golden Knights then with speed is Braden Bowman through center. Bowman a shot. And that one goes wide there of Bussey. Sean Walker will backhand this one off the boards. Then Nikolai Ehlers trying to carry it through center. Miller gets it back for Carolina. He'll dump it into the Golden Knights end. Korzak chipped off the boards. It's offsides, I believe, in favor of the Golden Knights. There's Braden Bowman on the ice. Rookie there for the Golden Knights. Rod Brindamore has coached or played 101 of 103 wins in Carolina's franchise history. Again, 101 of 103 is the games that Brindamore has coached or played in of Carolina's history. Face-off win with the Golden Knights. Korzak fighting with Carrier. Grabbed back then by Lazone. Hurdle will dump it to center. Here's Smith. Shooting it down low into the Carolina zone. Brandon Bussey behind the net then for Gostisbehere. Carolina will clear this one to center. Here's Korzak. Back into the Carolina zone. This is an icing at 18:04 against the Golden Knights. Game is not over yet. It is certainly not over yet in the slightest. Face off here in the Golden Knights end. Hurdle's going to take the draw against Logan Stankoven. Face off is won back by the Golden Knights. Jeremy Lazone will dump this one to center. Played back into the Carolina zone. Bussey gets it. He will cover it up at 17:55. Brandon Bussey has had to make the saves he's needed to. He's been very solid so far. Golden Knights need to find a way to beat him. It seems like ever since Bussey has come into the series, he's been the real deciding factor. Face off in the Carolina end. Eichel will take the draw against Jordan Staal. Face-off is won back by Carolina. Keandre Miller will clear it off the boards and back into the Golden Knights end. This will be an icing yet again at 17:48. Oh, man. Face-off, yet again, is one of the Knights. Broken up then by the Canes. Miller will play it ahead then for Jarvis, who will chip it down low to the Golden Knights end. Hannafin fighting with Jarvis. On the right side, Dorofeev will chip it to center. Ehlers tries to dump it down low now. Dorofeev tripped by Staal. Canes get it back. Here's Ehlers down low. Tipped in front by Staal. This time, not in the back of the net. He's done that before, but not this time. Here's Eichel. Into the zone with Stone. Cross ice pass to Ehlers, who will chip this one back away. Here's Staal. Breakaway comes in. Save by Carter Hart. Carrier battling for it on the right side then. Staal back to Svechnikov. Svechnikov moves to center. Anderson trying to clear up top. Shot on goes wide there of Hart. Here's Svechnikov firing it wide. Back over then for Stone. Stone to Dorofeev. Jalen Chatfield will come back and regroup on his own end. Chatfield off the boards to center. Eichel gets it back then for the Golden Knights. He will backhand it down low into the Carolina zone. Nikishin to Svechnikov. He'll clear it back into the Golden Knights end. McNabb up top to Barbashev. Cross ice tipped away there by Aho. Now Robinson gets it back. He'll backhand this one into the Golden Knights end. 16:20 left to go in the second. Carolina will pick this one up. They will dump it down the other way in on Carter Hart. He'll play it behind his own net then. Here's McNabb. Gets it back to center. Jankowski will dump this one down low. And a whistle blown dead here at 16:07. I believe it's an offsides against the Hurricanes or something. I'm not exactly sure, but we get a stoppage of play. Jordan Staal with a tip in front. This time it was unable to go into the back of that. Then he got a breakaway with a massive save there by Carter Hart to keep this game 1-0. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button down below. We're at 98 likes on the commentary. Hit that like button. We're 2 likes away. Gostisbehere back to Taylor Hall. He'll dump this one to the Golden Knights end. Blake behind the net then for Tomas Hertl. Hertl broken up. Blake poke checked away by Hertl. Golden Knights get it back at center. 2-1 the other way. Hertl into the zone. Hertl comes in. Blocked in front. And the Canes get it back. It's kept in the zone. Korzak fires it. And that one is blocked. What a block in front. I believe that was by the defenseman Jacob Slavin. Not 100% sure, though. It might have been Nikishin, who is also on the ice. Carolina will dump this one down low into the Golden Knights end. It'll be an icing at 15:24. Bussy a brick wall. Yeah, right? That's a big save there by Bussy. A good play by Hertl. He got around the defense. Oh, Bussy did make the save. Never mind. Never mind. Bussy did make the save on that. Shots 14-10. It'll be Eichel against Stankoven on the draw. Face-off is a tie-up. It's one up top. McNabb fires it down low. It goes out of play. At 15-20, hopefully, whatever that puck went into, they're okay. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. We are also 6 subscribers away from 7,400. We'd love to hit that tonight. Hit the subscribe button down below if you're new. Face-off in the Carolina zones, won by the Canes. Behind the net then is Seth Jarvis, who will move it through center with speed. Miller right side to Stahl. He'll dump it down low. Miller pass up top. Grab back by the Knights. Carter Hart will sprawl into that puck and make the save. They're not taking any chances tonight. Is tonight the night we see Lord Stanley? I don't know, man. We'll see. Seems like Carolina's playing well. The Golden Knights are starting to get some shots on goal, though. This one might not be over yet. Taylor Hall will take the draw. Or sorry, Mark Jankowski will take the draw here against Nick Dowd. Face off in the Golden Knights end. It's one back by Carolina. Walker a shot. That one is blocked. Back up top. Walker will fire one down low to the corner. Jankowski trying to throw a pass in front. Cleared up top then for Walker. Walker back down low then for Robinson. Robinson to Hannafin. He'll dump this one all the way back into the Carolina zone. This time it will be another icing at 14:45. What's up, Joker? How we doing? Carolina games 1 through 4, a -8 goal differential. Game 5, they have a +2 goal differential. Those were the numbers in the second period. Pretty unbelievable. Their second periods have been way better here in the last few games since Brandon Bussy's come in. Hey, it's still a 1-0 lead for the Canes. Face off in the Golden Knights end. It's one by the Knights. Rasmus Andersson will dump this one to center. Smith fighting with Chatfield. Dowd carries it into the zone, battling for it now down low in the corner. Aho fighting with Dowd. Up top. Shot on, goes wide there of Bussy. Carolina trying to chip it to center. Sveshnikov battling for it then with Dowd. Cleared off the boards to center. Rasmus Andersson will steal it back and dump it down low. You're right about that. 1-goal lead is not safe at all. Thank you, Brent. We're going to be live plenty during the summer. And we'll be back next season for more commentaries too. Here's Jack Eichel in his own end. Eichel off the boards for Rasmus Andersson. He will clear this one back into the Carolina zone. Keandre Miller dumps this one off the boards on the right side. The meddling forward is Blake alongside Marner. Slavin dumps it away. Here's a 2-on-1 into the zone. Stankoven comes in. He fired it up high. Marner Backhand to the center. Here's Barbashev into the zone, and he fired it wide as well. Marner gets it back for the Knights. Up top, Lazona's shot, and that one ends up in front. Carolina recovers. Walker, head to center. Big hit there by McNabb on Slavin. Puck will slide into the Golden Knights' end. There'll be another icing as Lazone getting into it with Stankoven. I believe that was the two that collided with each other. We're going to get another face-off here. A lot of icings in this game tonight. Just a lot of them. What's up, Davey? How we doing? Good to see you, brother. Shots 11-14 in favor of Carolina. There's been plenty of shots in this game tonight. Only one goal. Golden Knights still trying to get that equalizer. Eichel versus Stankoven. Face-off won by Carolina. They will clear it off the boards to center. Hall with Blake. He'll dump it down low to the Golden Knights' end. Theodore behind his zone net. What's up, Elizabeth? How we doing? Here's McNabb. Cleared off the boards to Dorofeev. Dorofeev battling forward with Keandre Miller. Blake down low now in the corner. Jackson Blake will flick it in the air to center. Here's McNabb. Back for Vegas. Stone into the zone. Dorofeev battling forward with Walker. Walker fighting with Stone. In the corner now. Stankoven takes a stick to the face. And they did get him for it. Power play coming up here for Carolina. As Taylor Hall takes a stick to the face, we have our first penalty of the second period. And we will step aside in light of that. 12:46 to go. Carolina leading 1-0 here in Game 6. And they'll get a power play coming up here in just a moment. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. I would greatly appreciate it. What's up, Angela? Good to see you. Looking forward to commentating some Montreal next year. Guys been following the World Cup. I saw the U.S. beat Paraguay. I know. Did we play Australia tonight, or was that tomorrow? I haven't really been following it that much. I can't watch it. I don't know, like, the games aren't what I have, so, like, I don't really have a lot of money right now either, so I can't really pay for another subscription. Well, I do have money, I feel like if I paid for the subscription that they're on, I wouldn't watch it. Yeah, I believe it's McNabb with the high stick. Looking forward to hearing from you. Yeah, looking forward to hearing from you, too. Hey, brother, I'm new and was wondering who am I pulling for. I honestly wouldn't mind seeing Carolina win. I also wouldn't mind seeing some more hockey. I know you're a Canes fan, but wouldn't mind seeing a Game 7. But if Carolina wins, I'm okay with it. It's not like a big deal. Final seconds will be something to look forward to. But it's good to see you, Joker. Welcome to the stream, brother. USA plays Australia in the 19th. Oh, okay. So we're like a few days away from that. Do they have a game between then and now? All right, back here in Las Vegas. Carolina still with the 1-0 lead here in Game 6, looking to clinch Lord Stanley. It's not over yet, though. It does seem like Carolina has stifled the Golden Knights since Game 3. Face-off in the Carolina end. It's blown dead due to a face-off violation, so we'll try that once again. Carolina getting a power play here. Thank you, Joker. Yeah, man. Get that cup. I mean, you guys deserve it. You guys have been through a lot of pain. The Hornets have not been great. The Panthers haven't been that great. Hurricanes had missed the playoffs for like 10 years before the streak they've been on. Looks like the penalty was taken away. Interesting. So no penalty on the play. We're still 5-on-5. Here's Eichel into the zone with speed. Grab back then by Theodore. He'll dump it down low to the Carolina zone. Chatfield. Backhanded down low then for Slavin. All right, see ya, Bond. Have a good night, brother. Lazone. Dumps it into the Carolina end. Slavin. Gets it back for the Canes. Jacob Slavin in his own zone. Cleared off the boards then for Marnook. He'll dump it down low to the Golden Knights end. Gorzak on the right side. Hurdle. Battling for it down low in the corner. Sissons to Hurdle. Hurdle will dump it down low into the Carolina zone. And that's Nicing against the Golden Knights, 11:48. Hurdle doesn't like it, but it doesn't really matter if he doesn't like it. Teams that score first in a cup clinching game are 34-0. So again, it seems like the Golden Knights are battling against history here. Again, the teams that score first when they have a chance to clinch the Stanley Cup are 34-0. That is pretty significant. That's since 1988, by the way. Face off in the Carolina end. Gostisbehere up top. Into the zone. Fires it on. That one goes wide down low. Lazone back to Sissons. He'll try and clear it to center. He'll get it there. Hurdle back down low. He'll dump it into the Carolina zone. Ehlers. Right side. Dumped all the way back into the Golden Knights end. Korzak. Clears it off the boards. Hurdle. Fighting with Blake. Taken back by Taylor Hall. Hall into the zone. Pass down low. And Stankoven trying to get it back. Blake. Right side. Lazone. To Hurdle. He'll dump it down low into the Carolina zone. Jarvis on the right side fighting with Dowd. Dowd battling for it with Stankoven. Shots 14-11. Approaching the halfway mark of the game and the period. And a whistle blown dead due to an icing. Thank you all for tuning in. We are 3 subscribers away from 7,400. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. It'd be greatly appreciated. We got 321 people in here. Good to see you all tuning in. Face off in the Carolina zone. Stankoven takes the draw against Dowd. Face off is a blown dead due to a violation, so we'll try that again. Jack Eichel on a 7-game goal drought. Only 2 goals in this postseason. He really needs one tonight. Here's Miller. Back to Jackson Blake. He will clear it to center. Walker to Hall. A shot. And that one's blocked. Anderson battling for it down low. Barbashev to center. Smith to Anderson. Hannafin will chip it down low. Smith trying to poke check it into the corner. Miller fighting with Dowd. Carolina trying to clear it to center. Jordan Stahl gets it back for the Canes. Stahl to Jarvis. He'll dump it down low into the Golden Knights end. Jarvis battling for it with Nick Dowd. Carolina trying to play this puck. We are halfway through Game 6. Canes lead 1-0. Theodore fighting with Jarvis. Jordan Stahl up top. Slavin. Back to Stahl. Stahl on the right side to the point down to Slavin. Slavin waits. Up top. Ehlers to Slavin. Jacob Slavin looking for options. Over then for Ehlers, who will regroup it around up top. Nikolai Ehlers looking for options. Up top, Slavin to Chatfield. Fires it. That one goes wide there of Hart. Golden Knights holding them to the outside for the most part. Here's Slavin. Up top. Pass over then for Ehlers. Down low, Chatfield. Waits. Shoots it. And that one goes out of play. Oh, I didn't turn my clock on. My apologies. My apologies. Forgot to turn on my clock. We will step aside. Still making that mistake, but you make mistakes. Carolina leading 1-0 here in Game 6. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. Keep on putting the work in. Keep on putting the work in.
Red will give you wings. Blubbering cave with Liberty Mutual. Okay, let's do another take. What do you want me to say? The line. Say the line.
All right.
Okay, let's pick it up tomorrow. Only pay for what you need.
This might go 1-0. I don't know. There's no way this is the only goal we see tonight. I think we get more. We'll see, though. We shall see. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. We are one sub away. Oh, there we go. Thank you all so much for 7,400. Thank you all for 7,400 subscribers. It's really appreciated. Thank you.
I wasn't rooting for an opportunity because, I want the team to win, and Freddie is the reason why we're here. We can't, not acknowledge that.
Ain't over till it's over. One goal and the Knights come alive. Yup.
As I've said,
You're right on that.
my name was
You were right on that for sure.
be ready, so it's nice to help contribute.
All right, face off. Coming up here in the Carolina zone. Thank you guys. Thank you all for the support. Keep on putting the work in. That's what we got to do. Keep on putting the work in. Face off in the Golden Knights end. Won by the Canes. Aho up top to Miller. Miller to Aho. Poke check down low. Marner gets it back. He'll clear it to center. K-Andre Miller back off the boards then for Marnook, who will backhand it down low to the Golden Knights end. Korzak fighting with Sveshnikov. On the right side, Marner battling forward with Aho. Jeremy Lazone trying to get it loose. He'll dump it to center. Canes will pick it back up, and a whistle blown dead here at the line. Offsides at 8:54 of the second period. Oh, man. Some great saves here by Brandon Bussey from up top and even down low as well. He's had to stop him from everywhere. Bussey with 31 wins in the regular season, only 6 losses in regulation. Had an .895 save percentage by the end of it. But a really good regular season from him. He wasn't expecting to play in the postseason. He didn't for most of it. Rasmus Anderson fighting with Ehlers. Noah Hannafin gets it back. They will get it to center. Golden Knights with no shots in their last 7 minutes. It's Carolina hockey. Cleared all the way back into the Carolina zone. Jordan Stahl down low then for Slavin. Slavin cleared to center. Hannafin. Right side then for Smith, who will dump it down low into the Carolina zone. And that'll be an icing at 8:21. Bussey seems to be the Golden Knights' kryptonite. Yeah, right? Face off in the Golden Knights end. Sissons versus Jankowski. Face off won by Carolina. Walker down low behind the net. Jankowski racing for that puck. He'll battle for it with Hurdle. Hurdle in the corner with Sveshnikov. Golden Knights will steal it back. They'll chip it off the boards and back into the Carolina zone. Walker fighting with Hannafin. Miller off the boards to Robinson. Back just wide of Carter Hart. And that'll be an icing at 7:57. Yeah, Golden Knights with no shots in their last 8 minutes. That is pretty significant. Got another face-off here in the Carolina zone. Jankowski versus Eichel. Face-off is a tie-up. One back by the Golden Knights. Dorofiev fires one on, broken up then by the Canes. Backhanded down low to the corner. Jankowski gets it back for Carolina. He'll backhand this one to center. Carrier dumps it down low to the Golden Knights end. Theodore battling for it. McNabb gets it back for the Knights in their own zone. Pavel Dorofeev gets it back to center. Eichel with speed. Broken up by the Canes. Battling for it on the right side is Stone. Stone to Aho. Back down low. Dorofeev, a shot off the post. Jordan Martinook gets it back. He'll backhand this one to center. Theodore. Intercepted by Carolina. It's offsides at 7:17. Seems like this clock is going slower than ever. Really does feel like that in a way. Plenty of icings, though. There's been so many icings tonight. Face-off here is won by the Golden Knights. Noah Hannafin picks it up in his own zone. Hannafin will dump this one out of play at 7:06. Trade Eichel. Who do I think is going to win tonight, judging by how they're playing? Carolina's playing their defensive system. Probably Carolina. They're playing their defensive system they need to play. It's been really effective. We'll see, though. Still a lot of hockey to be played. No shots for the Golden Knights in their last 9 minutes of hockey. Hannafin in his own end. Chipped off the boards and back into the Carolina zone. Howden gets it back. Canes are playing with 3 defenders back essentially the entire way. Ehlers will dump this one to center. Trying to backhand that one down low. Hannafin fighting with Blake. Blake gets it free. Play back down into the zone for Stankoven. Dropped up top. Hannafin on the right side. Back down low. Stolen back by Stankoven. Down low. Here's Blake battling for that puck. It goes wide heart. Pass up top. Broken up. Stankoven to Blake. He scores! It's Jackson Blake from up top. And this second line keeps on converting even on the big stage. It's 2-0 Carolina. This line for Carolina has been absolutely unbelievable. That's the 20th point of the postseason for Jackson Blake. And his 7th goal. And the Hurricanes have a 2-0 lead here in the second period. Jackson Blake as it deflects off a stick there and past Carter Hart. Carolina has been killing things here these last few minutes. They now have a 2-goal lead with 26.5 minutes to go in regulation. Would you look at that? Face off at center is a tie-up. Won by Carolina. They will backhand it down low to the Golden Knights end. Picked back up by Jeremy Lazone. He'll dump it off the boards and back into the Carolina zone. Hurdle battling for it with Gostisbehere. Right side. Canes will backhand this one off the boards and all the way back into the Golden Knights end. They will chip it to center. Canes pick it up. It's Jackson Blake. He'll dump it down low into the Golden Knights end. Korzak fighting with Jarvis. Jarvis down low. Off the boards for Svechnikov. He'll bring it back down low. Pass in front. Saved by Hart. It's in the crease. Hart had that puck, but Carolina was jabbing at it. The Golden Knights did not like that. And I guess rightfully so. 5:48 to go here in the second period. The Hurricanes now have a 2-goal lead. And it's that second line who's converting. Carolina's just been killing them. This might be over tonight, folks. Hey, I mean, I don't hate to say it, but I hate to say it for Golden Knights fans. It might be over tonight. I don't know. They're playing that Caniac hockey that has been phenomenal for them. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you all for 7,400 subscribers. We are now on the push for 7,500 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. We're going to keep on pushing. We're going to keep on grinding. Thank you all so much for tuning in and your continued support. It means a lot. Why so much icing this game? I don't know. I think it's just them trying to clear the puck, that being Carolina. It's been a lot of icings in favor of them. Two very good hockey teams, yeah. It's all Carolina, yep. They polish the cup as we speak, putting the Canes' names on it. I think they do that afterwards. 2-0 Carolina with 5:48 to go in the second. Hey, F. Nord, thank you for the $10 dono, brother. I really appreciate that. You guys have been so kind with your donations here tonight. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the 10, F. Nord. That means a ton. Thank you so much. Face-off coming up here now on the Golden Knights end. It'll be Hurdle who takes the draw against Stankoven. The face-off is won back by the Golden Knights. Theodore in his own end will dump this one off the boards to center. Jordan Stahl gets it back. Golden Knights will intercept it immediately and dump it down the other way. Hurdle up top. Grabbed back then by Taylor Hall. Hall across ice pass to Blake. Here they come again. Stankoven to Blake, broken up there by the Golden Knights. And they'll play it to center. Hurdle gets around the defense. Hurdle into the zone, battling forward with Chatfield. Good defensive play by Jalen Chatfield. Golden Knights are forced to center. No shots for the Golden Knights in the last 10 minutes of hockey that we've played. Carolina's now caught up to them in shots. Here's Ehlers. Back in the Carolina zone. Canes will dump this one all the way back into the Golden Knights' end. Carter Hart in his own zone. Plays it around then for Rasmus Anderson. Chipped off the boards to center. Mark Stone on the right side with Miller. Back into the center. Here's Ehlers with speed. Ehlers fires it. Saved by Hart. That one goes back down low behind the net. Stone battling forward with Barbashev. Cleared away then for Eichel. No shots in the last 11 minutes for the Knights. Here's Stahl. Into the zone. They'll dump it down low to the Golden Knights' end. Stahl trying to get this one free. He has goals in all 5 games of the Cup Finals so far, besides this one so far. Bowman to center. Eichel into the zone. Poke checked away. Walker gets it back. He'll clear it down low into the Golden Knights' end. Here's Jeremy Lazone. In his own end then for the Golden Knights. Drop back then for Korzak, who will clear this one to center with speed. Howden into the zone, battling forward with Slavin. Cleared around behind the net then for Carrier. Carrier fighting with Marner. Off the boards, Aho trying to get it to center. Grabbed back by the Golden Knights. Carolina will poke check it away. And back into the Golden Knights' end. Korzak off the boards. McNabb will clear this one to center. Dorofeev, right side then for Chatfield, who'll dump it down low to the Golden Knights' end. 3.5 minutes to go in the second. McNabb ahead then for Howden. Howden into the zone. Poke check by Nikishin. Shot on goes into the glove of Bussey. He'll play it down low for Gostisbehere. Off the boards, Taylor Hall. Dumps it to center. Jankowski gets it back. Picked up then by Rasmus Anderson, who moves it through center. He'll dump it down low to the Carolina zone. Nick Dowd. Battling for it on the right side. Clears it up top for Blake. He'll fall down to the ice. That'll be a penalty against the Golden Knights with less than 3 minutes to go in the second. The frustration seemingly getting to the Golden Knights here. We will get another power play for Carolina here late in the second. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. Brings more people into the wonderful commentary. We're on the road to 7,500 subscribers now. Gonna keep on putting the work in. Jordan Stahl will take the draw here against Colton Sissons. Stahl has won 9 of his last 10 faceoffs. 2:56 left in the period. If the Canes can pick one up here, I don't know. This might be over. Honestly. Face-off one with the Golden Knights. McNabb. Down low then for Dorofeev. Cross-ice pass all the way into the Carolina zone. Bussy will come out of his net to play it over for Shane Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere will drop this one back for Jarvis. Jarvis off the boards to Svechnikov. Broken up then. Canes will come back and regroup in their own end. Here come the Canes through center. Gostisbehere into the zone. Cross-ice pass to Aho. He'll fire it down low behind the net. Up top, Ehlers. Back down low to the corner. Gostisbehere down low, and a big save by Carter Hart on Sebastian Aho at 2:14. He keeps this game somewhat within reach for the Golden Knights. It seems like he's the only one who's playing right now, if we're being honest. I was right. I guess so. Good save there by Carter Hart. And I'm not sure that would have been on net necessarily, but good save. Golden Knights will dump this one back into the Carolina zone. Approaching the halfway mark of their power play. Nikishin. Right side to Stankoven. Played off the boards. Blake. Right back by Howden. Jackson Blake will dump this one to center. Mitch Marner. In his own end. Ahead then for Howden. Howden to Marner. Pass down low, and Howden was knocked off that puck by Ehlers. He would have had Bussy beat if he could have converted on it, but he was unable to. Taylor Hall gets it back for Carolina. He'll move this one through center. Pass to Stankoven. Into the zone, Blake. Back over to Ehlers. The pass was broken up. Here come the Knights the other way. Stone, 3-on-2. Stolen back by the Canes. And they will dump it. Or try to, at least. Here's Nikishin. To Blake. Fires it. Glove by Hart. He'll play it and shoot it the other way. It's kept in the zone, and it's blown dead at a minute 13 due to a high stick. Shots are 16-14 in favor of Carolina. 18 seconds to go on their man advantage, approaching the final minute of play in the second period. Almost 2/3 of the way there. Jordan Stahl's going to take the draw against Nick Dowd once again. Dowd's been a very good fourth liner here for the Golden Knights. Face off in the Golden Knights' end. Off the draw, it's a tie-up. It's one back by the Canes. Sean Walker will dump this one down low into the Golden Knights' end. Lazone battling for with Carrier. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Last minute of play here in the second. Stahl fighting with Lazone. Jeremy Lazone on the right side. It's a 4-man battle for it down low. Marnock tried to fire it on Carter Hart. That puck goes wide. Here's Dowd. In the corner. Marnock on the right side. Dowd gets it back for the Golden Knights. Behind the net then to Lazone. 30 seconds left to play. Smith dumps it back into the Carolina zone. Walker off the boards then ahead for Carrier, who will dump this one to the Golden Knights' end. Theodore off the boards to Dowd. Eichel battling for on the right side with Walker. He will dump it down low into the Golden Knights' end. 10 seconds left to play here in period number 2. Theodore plays it ahead then for Eichel. Eichel broken up. Theodore gets it back, and that'll do it for period number 2. Very disappointing period for the Vegas Golden Knights, but the Carolina Hurricanes with another goal scored by Jackson Blake. This time around, they are 20 minutes away from a Stanley Cup. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We'll be back for period number 3 momentarily. This is the countdown till the 3rd. Subscriber goal achieved. Yeah, man. We hit 7,400. Thank you all so much. Now we push on to 7,500. This is an absolute clinic here from the Carolina Hurricanes. They've played phenomenal tonight. Thank you, Glenn. All right, I'm going to clip the Jackson Blake goal. How are we feeling? Are we going to be done tonight? Is this it? I don't know. I really don't know, honestly. All right. Gonna upload a clip of the Jackson Blake goal.
Jacob, you're a +4 in this series. You've seen a lot of big minutes against their top guys. How have you guys been able to neutralize their top players so well in this series?
I think a lot of credit has to go to our forwards. I mean, Jordo's line, he's been out there with me probably every shift.
Golden Knights held scoreless through 40 minutes of play. Great game by Brandon Bussey. This is a stat worth mentioning here tonight. The Golden Knights have not had a shot in 15 minutes and 43 seconds. 15 minutes and 43 seconds. Like, that is just unacceptable. In a game where you're playing for the cup, you're playing for your season, and that is how you respond. It's incredibly disappointing. You really do know, you just won't tell? Yeah, right? Canes need to extend their lead. Yeah, got to get that insurance marker. Got to get that insurance marker. I see what you mean. Jackson Blake with the goal in that second period. 2-0 lead for Carolina. Heading into the potential final period of the 25-26 season. Sid Hart. Honestly, Carter Hart's been the best player in this series. Or not in the series. He's been the best player in the game. Sorry. My brain doesn't think sometimes. He's been the best player for the Golden Knights in this game tonight. So like, honestly, if there's anybody you should sit, it's not him. Really.
Running a successful delivery company is tough and simple. You're only as good as your team. We have AT&T Business, and that's why we're the best. You guys are early. Yeah, I like that. Get your signature there. Yeah. You guys thirsty? I just made some lemonade. Yeah. Really warm in here. Like a good warm. You know, my phone still works down here. It's crazy.
All right. Golden Knights are doing crap on offense. You blame the goalie? Yeah. Definitely not on Carter Hart. Although there have been points in this series where it's been on Carter Hart and maybe they should have made a change. Not this time, though. Certainly not this time. In my opinion, at least. You're on the Canes app waiting for the Pro Shop to release the Cup Champ merch? Yeah, right? They usually release it right after the game's over. That's usually what they do. Shot 16-4. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe and we're at 2 hours already here on the commentary. All right. Let me update the all-time stat sheet. Jackson Blake with a multi-point game tonight. He has a goal and an assist. Pretty good night from him. He's got 10 goals now in commentaries. All right. There we go. Might see how crazy Carolina will be. Yeah. All right. $20 minutes away from a Stanley Cup is the Carolina Hurricanes. We'll see if they'll be able to pull it off here tonight. Game is not over yet. It is worth saying, game is not over yet. But a 2-0 lead for the Hurricanes. It puts them in a pretty good spot. But if there's anything that this series has told us, the leads are not necessarily always sustainable. Who replaces Torts as coach? I don't know. Because he did say this is only a temporary thing. He's not going to be the coach after this year. He may change his mind, though. We'll see. Remind you, Tortorella said that he was going to leave his clothes at the hotel that they were staying at in Carolina because he was so confident they would be back. I don't know, though. His team's got to start waking up here to convert. What's up, Christine? Never knew about Taylor, but geez, he's unstoppable. Yeah, he's been phenomenal here in this postseason. Oh, man. All right. Lady Luck isn't in Vegas tonight. Yeah. It certainly doesn't seem that way. Hope the Golden Knights win it and tie it. I don't know, Christine. Seems like we may be done here tonight. We'll see. Don't seem to mention Marner's 2 hat tricks. Yeah, Marner's got 2 hatties. Hattie in the second round, Hattie in Game 3. Let me ask you guys this, though. We haven't asked this question yet. Hypothetically, if it were to end now, who is your Conn Smythe pick? If the series ends tonight, which is looking like it might, who's going to win the Conn Smythe? If I had to choose, I think it's going to be Logan. I think it's going to be Taylor Hall for Carolina. I can see an argument made for Jordan Staal and Logan Stankoven and all that. It seems like, in my opinion, there's not a clear choice for the pick. And some people would say Mitch Marner, but I think Golden Knights will have to win it for it to be Marner. Am I going to do World Cup games? No, probably not. I don't know enough about the World Cup to really do it, to be honest. Honestly, you should really stay on your expertise and not branch out of that, even though I would love to do it eventually, but I don't really know enough about it, to be honest. Taylor Hall, Bussy, Hart, Staal. Couple good picks. Bussy will prove a wall. I don't know if Bussy played enough, though. It's the playoff MVP, not the Stanley Cup final MVP. But Taylor Hall or Jordan Staal are who I'm going with. All right, I am going to go use the bathroom again. Comment your guys' picks in the comment section down below. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back in just a moment, guys. I'll be right back in just a moment. Alrighty, everyone. I have returned. Sorry about that, guys. Use the bathroom really quick. All right. 5 minutes to go till the third period, setting the stage for Game 6, period number 3. The Hurricanes are 20 minutes away from a Stanley Cup. We'll see if they can get it here tonight. Or will the Golden Knights be able to show some resilience and force a Game 7? But it seems like Carolina has the momentum. We'll find out. All right. We got less than 5 minutes remaining here till the third. Comment your prediction in the comment section down below. Who do you guys think is going to win this game? Will the Hurricanes hold on and win the Stanley Cup? Or will the Golden Knights come out and force a Game 7? Who do we think? Comment your prediction in the comment section down below. Will the Golden Knights be able to come back? Or will the Hurricanes hold on and win the Stanley Cup? What do we think? Seeing some Canes comments. Stahl scores to put away to make history as they hoist the cup. Canes are too much. Seeing a lot of Carolina. Seeing a lot of Carolina picks. Do I think Carolina being gone is part of why Vegas is flopping so hard? I think it's part of it, but it's not all of it. It's definitely not all of it. I don't think William Karlsson makes or breaks this team, but definitely a bit disappointing with how they've played, though. Golden Knights playing like they wanted Tort's suit to be thrown away in Carolina. Yeah, right? Yeah, I got a jug. 2-1 Canes, 3-1 Canes. I don't know. Do the Golden Knights really get held off the board? I don't know. We'll see. All right, less than 2 minutes to go. If you haven't already, comment your predictions. Golden Knights are cooked. Canes in 6. Yeah. Seems like it is going that way. After every game so far, hope this game does not end 2-0. We'll see. It's not over. It's not over yet. Got to remember that. All righty, everyone. Let's get ready for the start of the third period tonight of Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Vegas Golden Knights. Second period recap. Goals were scored by Jackson Blake, assisted by Logan Stankoven to make it a 2-0 lead for Carolina after 40 minutes of play, setting the stage for the third period here tonight. Taking a look at your stats through 40. Shots are 16-14 in favor of Carolina. Faceoffs are 52% in favor of the Golden Knights. Power plays, Carolina 0 for 3, Vegas 0 for 2. Hits are 31-24 in favor of the Golden Knights. And block shots are 7-6 in favor of the Golden Knights as well. The cup is in the building. And potentially 20 minutes from now, probably a little bit longer, we will see the Stanley Cup potentially be awarded to the Carolina Hurricanes. The Golden Knights may have something to say about that. We'll see. In moments like these, you give it your all. No matter what, 110%, go the extra mile. That's what I'm going to do here for sure. Here we go. Period number 3. We are underway. Faceoff is won by the Hurricanes. They will dump it into the Golden Knights end. Carter Hart off the boards. Knights will pick it up. They'll get it to center. Eichel cross-ice pass goes up in the air. It stays in play. Regrouping in their own end. McNabb dumps it down low. It is worth noting the Golden Knights have not had a shot for 16 minutes now of in-game time. Knights pick it up in their own zone. Theodore off the right boards then. Dorofeev a cross-ice pass to Eichel. Backhanded down low into the Golden Knights end. Here's McNabb. Off the boards then to Theodore. He will clear this one to center. Taylor Hall battling for with Sissons. Canes will get it back to center. Blake dumps it down low into the Golden Knights end. Anderson off the boards then to Lazone on the right side. Hurdle. Ahead then for Stone. Mark Stone gets around the D. Pass over. He should have just shot it. Oh, man. He should not have pass that puck. Puck is cleared back into the Golden Knights' end. It'll be an icing at 18:53. I know you're trying to, again, set up a play there, but you need to shoot that puck. Oh, just disappointing there from Mark Stone. It was a great move around, but, oh, man, why did he pass that? Oh, man. And he's frustrated about that himself. Face-off in the Carolina zone. Slavin against Marner. Face-off won by Carolina. They will dump it into the Golden Knights' end. Theodore fumbles the puck. He'll get it back and dump it into the Carolina zone. Walker trying to chip it off the boards. Golden Knights battling for that puck. Backhanded down low then for Riley Smith. Smith right side for Slavin. Trying to get this one free. Aho up top. Anderson will dump this one around behind the net. Carolina picks it up. Aho to Jordan Marnook. He'll backhand this one to center. Theodore right side to Rasmus Anderson. Carolina has won 24 straight games this season when leading after 2 periods. You know what's better than 24? Here's Sean Walker in his own end. Back over to Miller. Walker in his own zone will dump this one into the Golden Knights' end. Carrier picks it up. Try to backhand it there on Hart. He'll play it away. Here's McNabb. Through center. Braden McNabb will dump it down low into the Carolina zone. Gostisbehere. Below the goal line then for Nikishin. No shots in the last 18 minutes for the Golden Knights, and a whistle blown dead for an icing against Carolina. Yeah, just why is Mark Stone passing that puck, man? Face off outside of the Carolina zone. It is won back by the Hurricanes. Chatfield, cross ice pass, dumped down low into the Golden Knights' end. Stone to Sissons. He'll fire this one in just wide there of Bussey, who will come out of his net to play it. Jarvis fighting with Stone. Stahl trying to chip it off the boards. Stone will dump it down low to the Carolina zone. Slavin gets it back for the Canes. Picked back up then by Stone up top. Barbashev fires it. Saved there by Bussey. There's the first shot in a while for the Knights. Maybe that'll start getting things going for them. Here's Lazona's shot. That one's blocked by Jarvis. Carolina will clear this one off the boards. It's kept in. Stone, cross ice. Lazone trying to fire it on. Broken up by the Canes. They'll play it back to center. Jarvis, one-on-one. Fires it. Saved by Hart. He'll cover up the rebound. Shot 17-15 in favor of Carolina. Golden Knights got their first shot in 20 minutes. Carter Hart cannot give up another one. They give up another one, this game's over. Here's Eichel versus Aho. Face off in the Golden Knights' end. It is won back by Carolina. Here's Aho. Down low in the corner. Cleared around the right side. Canes will dump it down low. Theodore gets it back for the Golden Knights. Cleared all the way back into the Carolina zone. Eichel fighting alongside Nikishin. Marnook gets it back for Carolina. Cleared all the way to center. McNabb. Right side to Dorofeev. Pavel Dorofeev in his own zone will drop it back then for Eichel. Eichel through the legs of another Golden Knight and back down low to the Carolina zone. Bussey cleared off the boards off of Walker. Carolina will dump it all the way back into the Golden Knights' end. This is an icing at 15:59. Brandon Bussey has stopped all 15 shots that have come his way here tonight. Face off in the Carolina end. 15 saves for Brandon Bussey. Bussey with 40 saves on 42 shots faced in the third period / overtime. Or sorry, since then. What is that stat? What? That is not true at all. What are they saying? Here's Howden. Drops it back then for Hannafin. Hannafin off the boards to Marner, who backhands it down low. Oh, I get what they meant in the third period of the Cup final. Keandre Miller. Dump to center. Golden Knights with just 7 of their 15 shots tonight at 5v5. Theodore. Right side. Hannafin to center. Drop back into the Golden Knights end. Knights trying to regroup. Theodore. Cross ice pass. Jankowski gets it back. He'll dump it down low into the Golden Knights end. McNabb. Right side. Eichel battling for it down low in the corner. Cleared all the way back to center. Chatfield gets it back for the Canes. 5 minutes gone in the third. Jalen Chatfield now in his own zone. We'll clear this one to center. Back into the Golden Knights end. This will be another icing at 14:48. Logan Stankoven looks to be shaken up on the Carolina bench. Hopefully he's okay. Yeah, looks like he's got some shoulder issues. Hopefully Stankoven's okay. They need him. Jordan Stahl will take the draw here against Colton Sissons. Face-off won by Carolina. Chatfield gets it back. He'll dump it down low to the Golden Knights end. Caden Korzak off the boards then to McNabb. Hurdle to Stone. Stone battling for it then. Stahl plays it down low. Canes will come back and regroup. Here's Nikolai Ehlers in his own end. He'll dump it to center. Backhand pass then for Jordan Stahl. Stahl battling for it with Korzak. Korzak back over to McNabb. McNabb fighting with Hurdle. Hurdle with Jarvis. Cleared back down low into the Golden Knights end. Braden McNabb now in his own end. Carolina has basically held the Golden Knights to their own zone for the majority of this hockey game. Carolina just not giving them the time of day at all. McNabb behind the net then for Lazone will fire this one down low. Miller battling for it on the right side there. Cleared back in on Bussey. He'll play it away. Miller down low. Puck slides in front. Bussey will cover up at 13:43. Now we got some pushing and shoving here in front of the Carolina net. Hurricanes are just less than 14 minutes away from their second Stanley Cup in franchise history. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. We're on the push to 7,500. So hit that subscribe button down below. Additionally, leave a like. We're at 150 likes on the commentary. So hit that like button down below. Try to get to 200 likes. Do we think Torts keeps his job after the Cup final? He said that he doesn't plan on returning, actually. He said this was like a temporary thing, I guess. I don't know.
Imagine being a million miles away. With Trufaya, clear skin is possible. And for adults with active psoriatic arthritis, Trufaya goes beyond the skin. Less joint pain, stiffness, and swelling is possible. And Trufaya is the first and only treatment of its kind proven to help stop further joint damage. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections, or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or
Rob won the Canes Cup in 2005, 2006. Taco, but yeah.
ask your doctor
Yeah.
about Trufaya.
If we do get there, there is a Game 7 of this Cup final that will be back in Carolina Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If the Golden Knights are able to pull off a miracle here and make a comeback, doesn't seem like it's going to go that way as of now, barring a miracle. Seems like the Golden Knights are running out of gas. Face-off coming up here in the Carolina zone. It is won back by the Golden Knights. Theodore down low. Marner waits, fires it. That one is blocked. Golden Knights trying to get it back. Canes will force it to center yet again. Jarvis into the zone with speed, gets around the D. Comes in, saved by Hart. Rebounds there and poke checked away. Canes keep it in. Slavin back down low. And Jordan Stahl was right there, the jab at that puck as well. Could not convert. Here's Stone. Getting it back for Vegas. Cross-ice pass to Theodore. Theodore brings it in, gets around the D. Broken up by Marnook, who will bring it back down low behind his own end. Marnook behind the net for Slavin. Slavin to Jalen Chatfield. He'll backhand this one down low to the Golden Knights end. Theodore fighting with Marnook. Dorofeev is there as well. Theodore down low in his own end. Golden Knights will get it back. Here they come through center. Broken up by Carolina. Canes are just getting everything to go their way. Smith in front. Eichel fans on a shot. Yup, Taco, you're right on that. Here's Sveshnikov backhanding it down low to the Golden Knights end. Just some smothering defense here from Carolina. Barbashev right side then to McNabb. A shot. That one goes wide. They're a bussy. Dorofeev a drive. And that one goes wide. At the point, Korzak. Behind the net then for Walker. Sisson's trying to throw a pass up top. Jackson Blake gets it back then for Carolina. He'll play it through center. Hall dumps it down low behind the net then. Stankoven to Blake. Pass in front. Grab back by Stankoven. Stankoven to the point to Gostisbehere. Here's Nikishin. Right side. Fires it. That one goes wide. Logan Stankoven. Pass up top. Broken up then by the Golden Knights. Shots 18-16 in favor of Carolina. Puck will slide into the Carolina zone. Icing against the Golden Knights with 11:40 to go in the third. Still a lot of time. I'm not calling Vegas on it yet. They can certainly come back still, but it's not looking good. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. Puck is cleared back into the Golden Knights zone. Korzak behind the net. Cleared off the boards. Dorofeev back to center. Carolina will dump it back down low once again. Korzak to center. Riley Smith will backhand this one down low. Chatfield behind the Carolina net. Tomas Hertl. Trying to backhand this one to center. Robinson will get it there. Here's a one-on-one whistle blown dead. Penalty coming up. I believe it's against the Hurricanes. This is it right here. This is where you need to break through. The Golden Knights need to break through. 11:11 left to go in the third period. You're getting a power play coming up. You need to convert. You absolutely need to convert on this. If they don't, it's over. The season's over tonight. I'm telling you that right now. They need to convert on this. More than ever. Face off in the Carolina end. Golden Knights power play. They're 0 for 2 tonight with 7 shots. Face off is won back by Carolina. Slavin beats him there. Marnook will chip it to center. There you go. Carter Hart will come out of his net to play it. Here's Marner. Through center. Gets around the defense. He'll drop it back then for Eichel. Jack Eichel through center into the zone. Pass up top then for Dorofeev. Pavel Dorofeev to the point for Marner. Marner to Eichel. Up top, Marner to Hertl. Back down low to Dorofeev. Dorofiev to Marner. Down low to Eichel. A shot. He fanned on that puck. Here's Stone. Trying to clear it up top. Marnook will dump it down the other way. Mitch Marner will get to that puck first. Approaching the halfway mark of period number 3. Marner drops it back to Eichel. Eichel into the zone with speed. Fires it around behind the Carolina net. Howden to Hertl. Howden up top. Marner back over to Hertl on the right side. To the point then to Hertl up top. Marner. Marner waits. Comes in. Looks. Takes it around down low. Pass up top. Eichel waits. To Howden, a shot. That one goes wide. Marner back down low. Stone up top. Eichel on the right side. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Eichel down low. Stone missed the pass. Howden down low. Eichel. Only 2 goals in this postseason. Jarvis steals it back. They can't clear. Hertl keeps it in. Sprawling at that puck. On the line. Marner keeps it. Howden down low. Eichel. In front. Stone. Eichel. Saved by Bussy. It did not go. What a stop. If that even was on. I don't even know. You cannot get a better chance than that. It was a 2-on-0 on Bussy. What happened here? Oh, he hit the crossbar. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that is just... Oh, you just absolutely needed a goal there. Oh, no way. 9:27 to go in the third period. 10 seconds left. Here's Braden Bowman for the Knights. Down low is Rasmus Anderson. Anderson trying to throw a pass in front. Chatfield will steal it back. And dump it down low into the Golden Knights end. Carolina kills it off. A lot of Carolina fans here in Las Vegas. Theodore off the boards then to Smith. Barbashev steals it back for the Golden Knights. He'll carry it into the zone. Sissons battling for it now on the right side. McNabb fighting with Blake. Stankoven across ice pass. Canes will play it ahead. Here's an open puck for Jackson Blake. He'll fire it down low behind the Golden Knights net. Here's Dowd up top. Blake fires it. Saved there by Hart. Caden Korzak gets it back down low. McNabb on the right side for Sissons. Blake will keep it in then for Carolina. Carter Hart right side then to Lazone. Lazone down low then to McNabb. McNabb will clear it off the boards back into the Carolina zone. Sean Walker picks it up for the Canes. Walker through center. He's got this puck. He'll dump it into the Golden Knights end. Rasmus Anderson behind his net then for Robinson. Trying to throw a pass in front. It was broken up. Robinson behind the net then for Jankowski. 8 minutes to go in the third. Mark Jankowski battling forward with Noah Hannafin. Cleared off the board. Stone to Rasmus Anderson. Walker. Backhanded down low to the Golden Knights then. Noah Hannafin will carry this puck through center. Here's Miller in the Carolina zone. Keandre Miller dumps it back into the Golden Knights end. Theodore in his own zone. Shea Theodore will backhand this puck to center. Howden with speed. Dumps it into the Carolina zone. Aho, cross ice pass to Smith, who battles for it down low. Howden on the right side, backhand to the corner. Coming up on 7 minutes left to play. Hertl down low to Howden. Brett Howden in his own end. Up top, Theodore shoots it. And that one goes wide. The puck was in the crease. Carolina will take it. They'll get it to center. Carrier will gain the line. They'll dump it down low to the Golden Knights end. Prepare for that Vegas push. Here's Theodore. Over for Mitch Marner. Eichel into the zone. Up top. Pass in front. Broken up there by Bussy. Cleared up top then. Here's Lazone. Battling for it, Walker alongside Marner. Eichel's there as well. Jack Eichel down low in the corner. Knocked off the puck. Walker will take it back. They'll play it the other way. Ehlers racing for this loose puck, fighting for it with Korzak. He'll get to it. He's knocked off by Lazone. And the Golden Knights will clear this one back into the Carolina zone. 6 minutes to go. Icing against the Golden Knights. Carolina has the Golden Knights scrambling. .6:10 left to go here in the third period. Carolina 6 minutes away from Lord Stanley. Barbashev battling for it on the right side. It's stolen back then by Taylor Hall. Hall to Stankoven. The pass is missed. It slides in on Carter Hart. Theodore down low in the Golden Knights end. Hurdle battling for it alongside Nikishin. Canes will play it to center. Stankoven dumps it in there just wide of Carter Hart. Hall down low behind the net, then Stankoven. Pass up top, broken up. Golden Knights, mind you, only 2 shots in the last 30 minutes of hockey that we've played. 2 shots! Not including the post hit, by the way. Here's Howden. Through center. Up top. Dorofeev fires it. Saved by Bussy. He'll cover it up at 5:16 to go in the third. That is just the 3rd shot in the last 30 minutes for the Golden Knights. They need to find an answer. Absolutely. We will step aside for potentially the final time this season. Bussy shuts the door on Dorofeev as he's done the entire night. Carolina with a 2-goal lead here in Game 6. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. I would greatly appreciate it. Leave a like on the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement and brings more people into the wonderful commentary. We're about 92 subs away from 7,500, so hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. Just over 5 minutes left, potentially, in the NHL season. 3 shots in 30 minutes is pathetic, but they're barely getting outshot. That's true. A lot of their shots have been on the power play. Hey, Duckfin with the $20 dono. Regardless of what happens, thanks for a great coverage of these playoffs, Mr. Nordic. Make sure to send Mammoth some love next season. Message me for some Mammoth merch. Yeah, man. I'll take you up on that offer. Thank you, brother, for the 20. I really appreciate that. You guys have been so kind with your donations. Thank you. Hopefully I don't get emotional when we reach the end of this. Love this so much. Really sad that it may be over tonight. Oh boy, Phil Pritchard pulling the Stanley Cup out of its case and putting it on to the good old-fashioned table with an NHL logo in the middle of it. He's getting ready to potentially hand that Stanley Cup out. Just over 5 minutes to go here in regulation. You give it your all in moments like this. Thank you, Darth Nails. I appreciate that, brother. Doing the best I can. Face-off in the Carolina zones, won by the Hurricanes. They will dump it to center. Slavin battling for with McNabb. Theodore in his own zone over then for Jack Eichel. Eichel dumps it down low to the Carolina zone. Keep an eye out for Carter Hart. It's been a really disappointing game for the Golden Knights. I expect them to pull him soon. 4:53 to go. Whistle blown dead for an icing. Thank you all so much for the kind words. I really appreciate it. This game is not over yet, though. Got to put it all out on the line. That's what I've been doing all season long. Face off in the Carolina zone, won by the Golden Knights. Stone up top to Theodore, cross ice. Marner a shot. That one was blocked in front. Jack Eichel gets it back. Miller clears it out of the zone, or at least he tries to. Marner a drive. It's in the crease. Broken up by Carolina. They will flip it to center. 4.5 minutes to go here in the third. Here's Marner. Into the zone, Hurdle. Up top, Marner to Hurdle. Back down low, poke checked away. Canes will clear it. It's not enough for an icing. Carter Hart will come out to play it. Hart over then for Shea Theodore in his own zone. Theodore will dump it into the Carolina zone. It's blown dead due to an icing against the Golden Knights. Come on, you can't be allowing that. You just can't. $495 people in here. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. 4:10 left to go. Hurdle will take the draw against Seth Jarvis. The face-off. Won back by the Golden Knights. Here's Howden. Through center. Howden drops it back to Barbashev. Saved by Bussy. Rasmus Anderson battling for with Sveshnikov. Slavin down low in the corner. Barbashev gets it back behind his own net. Howden down low. Plays it up top. Rasmus Anderson looking for options. Keep an eye out for Carter Hart. Dorofeev a shot. Saved by Bussy. Jordan Martinook gets it back now in his own zone. Oh, shit. My apologies. Forgot to start my clock. Theodore. In his own end, 3.5 minutes to go. Here's Eichel. Over then for Hannafin. Carolina will dump this one into the Golden Knights' end. Theodore for Noah Hannafin in his own zone. 3 minutes to go in regulation. The Golden Knights can't even get it into the Carolina zone. There goes Carter Hart. Eichel up top then. For Shea Theodore, pass in front. Bussy makes the save. It's still loose. Here's Stone. Up top, 6-on-5. Hurdle a shot. That one's blocked. Blake will look for the empty net. He can't get it there in time. Theodore will steal it back then for Marner. Marner to Hurdle. Broken up by the Canes. Here's Stankoven to Ehlers. He'll dump this one into the Golden Knights' end. Jack Eichel will carry it through center. He'll throw it up in the air, denied there by Bussy. Keandre Miller back to Stone, up top. Theodore, a shot, Symbols and Ramos there, denied! Hurdle jabbing at that puck, and it's covered up at 2:21. Brandon Bussy, a brick wall. Unbelievable. We will step aside for the final time tonight. Game 6 of the Cup Final. Carolina 141 seconds away from the Stanley Cup. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button down below. Thank you all so much for all your kind words in the chat. We are not done yet. Still got 2 minutes to go. Keep on putting the work in. If we do get to the end of this and Carolina wins the Cup, stay tuned. We'll react to the Conn Smythe Trophy winner. And I'll share some of my thanks to you guys at the end of things here tonight. I do want to say some things to you guys. Say thank you. I'll do that after the Conn Smythe picks and such.
It feels good to find the right fit. It feels good to Geico. Hey, Buzz! How's my favorite space ranger? Just protecting the universe.
Ranting and punching air. Is Bussy the next big-time goalie in the league? Maybe, I don't know. He's been phenomenal. Oh, man. 2:21 to go. I think it is an ice cleaning. So the Golden Knights are calling a timeout, but you got to give props to Brandon Bussy. He's been phenomenal. We'll do a goaltender check here for probably the final time this season. We'll start off on the Carolina end of things. Brandon Bussy's been perfect. He stopped all 22 shots that have come his way so far. On the other side, Carter Hart has stopped 19 of 20. He has a .905 save percentage tonight, despite trailing. We are back here in Las Vegas. The Stanley Cup is being polished as we speak. The greatest trophy in all of sports. Face-off here is won by the Hurricanes in the Carolina zone. 6-on-5. Jarvis will fire it the other way. Into the zone is Hall, and they blow it dead for a high stick on Mark Jankowski. And the face-off will come in the Carolina zone. They run some time off the clock. 2:14 left to play. Face-off in the Carolina end. Jordan Stahl will take the draw against Tomas Hertl. Face-off, won by the Golden Knights. Theodore down low then for Stone. Stone up top. Theodore is shot. That one goes wide. Dorofeyev trying to get there. 2 minutes to go in regulation. Here's Hertl. Behind the net for the Knights. Pass in front. Eichel's there. Fires it down low. Saved by Bussy. Jankowski battling for it in the corner. They got the fourth line out there for the Canes. Up top is Eichel, a drive, and that one's blocked in the crease. Dorofeyev found the shot. Rebounds there up in the air and wide. 1:40 to go in the third. Here's Marner behind the net. Mitch Marner looking for options. Up top, Theodore back to Dorofeyev, and that one's denied. Jarvis will backhand this one down the other way. Will it be enough? Yes, it will be. Icing against the Canes with 1:25 remaining. These are moments you dream of. Timeout for the Golden Knights. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button down below. 182 likes. I'm rolling right now. Hit that subscribe button. We are less than 90 subs away from 7,500. Hit that subscribe button. Carolina with a 2-0 lead here in the third period. One win away from the Stanley Cup. 85 seconds from a Stanley Cup. They're up by 2. Brandon Bussy, the young rookie, was in the Bruins organization for many years. Never got the opportunity to play. He was signed by the Florida Panthers in the offseason, was claimed off of waivers by the Carolina Hurricanes early this season. And although he didn't play for most of this postseason, he's just 85 away from a cup. Face-off in the Carolina zone, won by the Canes. Slavin off the boards, trying to get it to center. Jankowski will get it there. Here's Theodore. Right side for Hertl. And an icing. Offsides. 1:13 remaining. 1:13 to go in regulation. This is unbelievable. Shots 22-21. All of the Carolina fans are on their feet, including Brandon Bussy's family, who is here. Face-off outside, face-off at center ice. Goalie still pulled. Golden Knights win it. Ehlers gets it back. He'll look for the empty net. He hits it. Nikolai Ehlers hits the empty net goal. Carolina 3-0 with 1:08 to go. And that should do it. 68 seconds left to go in regulation. 3-0 Carolina. Nikolai Ehlers with the empty net goal. And that should put the icing on the cake. It was a face-off at center, a bad turnover by Theodore. Ehlers puts it through the legs of Mitch Marner. He pointed to the fans who were in the corner. One more minute left to go here in the third period. The Carolina Hurricanes have taken a 3-0 lead. Brett Howden up top to Anderson. Shot goes up in the air and wide. 50 seconds left to play here in this season. Here's K'Andre Miller. Battling for it with Sissons. Cleared all the way back into the Golden Knights zone. 40 seconds left to play in the third period. Anderson. Back over to Hannafin. Cleared back down low to the Carolina zone. Miller will dump it away. Here come the Canes with speed. It's Svechnikov's shot. Saved by Hart. He'll play it over to Anderson. 20 seconds left to go. Time will tick on down. It was 20 years ago, back in 2006, when Captain Rod Brind'Amour won Carolina their first. And now 20 years later, he's behind the bench for their second. For the first time in 20 years, the Carolina Hurricanes have won the Stanley Cup. After years of struggling to get past round 3, and if you want to go further back to that, even making the postseason, the Carolina Hurricanes have broken through, and for the first time in 20 years, they have won the Stanley Cup. Final score, Carolina 3, Vegas 0. Brandon Bussey, the young rookie for the Hurricanes, with a shutout. Stick around, everyone. Whoever's in this commentary, stick around. We're going to take a look at the Conn Smythe winner, and I'll say my thanks to all of you wonderful people. I know I can't show any of it on screen, so it's like, what the hell's the point? But we'll take a look at the Conn Smythe winner and all that good stuff here in just a moment as the Hurricanes celebrate their Stanley Cup victory. Thank you all for tuning in. Congratulations to all of the Carolina fans who are here in the chat. You guys deserved it. Stick around. We'll commentate the Conn Smythe Trophy winner in a few moments. How we feeling, everyone? Comment your thoughts in the comment section down below. Wow. What an unbelievable run for the Hurricanes. They only lost 3 games in this Stanley Cup final. That is unbelievable. Only 3 games. Stick around, everyone. We got Conn Smythe Trophy winner coming up here in just a moment. Phenomenal season, phenomenal run for the Carolina Hurricanes. Just overall a great season here on the channel. Jordan Stahl and Rod Brind'Amour. Jordan Stahl looks like he's in tears, as I'm sure pretty much all of Carolina is right now. Wow. Here's the line. Here's the handshakes here As those slowly develop, they'll get the Golden Knights off the ice. We'll do our Conn Smythe winner here in just a moment. Not a fan of either team, but a great series. Congrats, Canes. What a run is right, Canes. Enjoy my summer. Yeah, guys, enjoy your summer. Enjoy the off season. Yeah, Speed Antiques. Thank you, brother. Just got to keep on putting the work in. Playoff handshakes here. Some of these guys played together many years ago. Some of these guys, longtime teammates, longtime rivals. Just a hell of a run for the Carolina Hurricanes. First star of the game, Brandon Bussi with a shutout here tonight. For those who are wondering in terms of the Watch with Nordic stats, Brandon Bussi becoming the 20th different player to get a shutout in a live commentary stream. So congratulations there to Brandon Bussi. 22 save shutout for him. Believe it was 22 saves, yep. What a phenomenal defensive performance from the Carolina Hurricanes. What a phenomenal performance, really. Playoff handshakes going on right now. We will announce the Conn Smythe winner here in just a moment. Bright future for Carolina. Stanley Cup here tonight. Man. All right, Conn Smythe Trophy coming up in a moment. Again, these things take time. Obviously, Golden Knights giving a salute to their fans. Here as they head off the ice, even the Canes fans giving them ovation. It was a great run for the Golden Knights. You got to give credit where it's due. They had a phenomenal run this year. Emily Kaplan interviewing Jordan Stahl. All right, stick around, everyone. Conn Smythe and my regards coming up in just a moment. I don't have a speech planned or anything. It's going to go right off the top. Carolina ownership could have fired Rod, but didn't. Yeah, right? Kept him around, kept this core around even after years of doubt. Even after years of doubt, they kept these boys around. All right, Conn Smythe coming up here in just a moment. We'll react to it together as we did the entire postseason. No way you're going to commercial break. I will literally shoot you if you're going to commercial break. Are we for real? Are we for real right now? Are we really going to commercial break? Come on. Come on. All right, Conn Smythe winner coming up in just a moment. Comment your prediction. Who is winning the Conn Smythe? Drop your prediction in the comment section down below. Who do you guys think it's going to be? I think I'm going to go with Jordan Stahl. I think it's going to be Jordan Stahl. Hey, Speed Antiques with a $20 dono. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Again, thank you all so much for your donations this year. It really means the world to me. Thank you all so much for your donations. Stankoven, Stahl. Spider-Man goes, me. Yeah, right? Jordan Stahl. Corey Hart. Bussi? I don't know about Bussi. I don't know if he played enough. He really was a factor, though, wasn't he? But I'm not sure. I think Freddie Anderson had a chance up until this final, and then the final happened. They're doing the storm surge here in Las Vegas. Are we serious? Wow. They're doing the storm surge here in Las Vegas. That's nuts. Lot of red there in Vegas. Actually, there's a lot of red. Yeah, they always do the Conn Smythe first. So get ready for that. Well, I think Rod Brindamore pretty much justified himself to be a Hall of Famer. The fact that he's not in the Hall of Fame as a player is pretty significant, but I think he should definitely be now. Forgetting Conn Smythe is all playoffs, not only finals. Yeah, that's the other factor of it, too. Thank you, Kimberly. Emily Kaplan interviewing Brandon Bussey. Thank you, Mickey. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the kind words, guys. It means a lot. It really does mean a lot. Thank you, Delmer. Conn Smythe winner coming up in just a moment, guys. Stick around. Stick around. Conn Smythe Trophy winner coming up. Man, can't believe it's over, right? Absolute marathon. Any off-season content, we're going to be posting videos all throughout the off-season. That will not stop. Content all throughout the off-season. Thank you, Thronson. Thank you for the kind words, brother. I really appreciate it. Keep putting in the work. Keep putting in the work. Thank you, Brent, for all your support too, man. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. On the road to 7,500 subscribers. Got a lot of stuff in between here before we get into the actual Conn Smythe Trophy winner and all that. So, thank you all for tuning in. I don't want to say my regards yet, unless in case I cry, because I might. I have not done a video on the Wild yet. I'm almost there. I'm like a few teams away from Minnesota. I'm going in like the order they've been eliminated. It has been Taco, I agree. Kind of wish it went the full 7, but it's all good. We'll take this. Who is the kid on the ice? There's Kotkaniemi. Bro did nothing. What's in the green jug? Water.
Stanley Cup final. Disappointing for him for sure that he was not able to finish. But he'll have his name on the Stanley Cup. Ready for the presentations. Once again, here's Bruce Cusick.
All right. It is time to reveal the Conn Smythe. After a couple moments there, I apologize. All right, here comes Gary Bettman. Will he be booed? I'll turn on my TV so you guys can hear. You can't even hear his mic. There we go. There you go.
And Vegas on a terrific Stanley Cup final. And Vegas, 3 trips to the Stanley Cup final in 9 years is something to be proud of.
All right. Conn Smythe coming up.
The Conn Smythe Trophy is awarded to the most valuable player in the playoffs. This year's recipient has played for the Carolina Hurricanes longer than any other player. He tied a record for a goal-scoring streak in the final, and his face-off percentage win of almost 70%, almost
Jordan Staal
actually set
is your
the
Conn
record.
Smythe
And
winner.
finally, Jordan Staal.
Jordan
you are
Staal.
the oldest player to win the Conn Smythe
Jordan
Trophy.
Staal has won the Conn Smythe, the oldest player to do so as well. Jordan Staal, the oldest player. There's his brother Eric Staal in the crowd. Where's Mark at? Where's Mark? Where's he at? Not supporting his brother. I see how it is. Conn Smythe Trophy goes to Jordan Staal. Congratulations, Jordan Staal. Jordan Staal will take a look at his stats here in the postseason. I think that's worth doing, right? I mean, again, we talked about him on the shorts and the reels and all that about, you know, the numbers that he's put up in previous years. He didn't score in this game. This is his first game, actually, without a goal here in this postseason. He'll also be the first person to get the Stanley Cup, too. Jordan Staal's numbers during the postseason as it loads up here on my screen. 18 games, 8 goals, 4 assists for 12 points here in the postseason. All right, here comes the Stanley Cup. You guys can't see this, so, you know. There it comes, as the usual presentation always goes. But again, congratulations to the Carolina Hurricanes for winning the Stanley Cup here. And here comes the presentation of the trophy. Gary Bettman comes up, says all his words and all that good stuff. Oh, man. Season's over. All right, time for my remarks and all this. I always do this. We did this at the end of last year. Let me mute Gary Bettman. We did the regards last season. You know, last year I graduated high school. I had like a whole letter that I had planned and all that. We did all that. This year it's really going from out the top. You know, this is a really long year. I started out the year with the goal of just like I want to keep putting the work in. I want to keep putting the work in. I want to keep just putting the work in and getting better every single day on every single commentary. And I mean, again, you know, we started like, I mean, I can talk about the numbers all we want. I got them pulled up next to me. I mean, we started out, our first stream of the year had a viewer high of 18. We had 18 people watching as the viewer high on our first stream of this season. And then it turned into just something that I could have never really even imagined. And I mean, we got to Milano Cortina and just, you know, the numbers that we put up there, it was phenomenal. And again, this entire season, I literally streamed as much as I could. I didn't take any days off. Essentially, I streamed any day that I was home here and I wasn't anywhere else, whether it was covering the Royals, you know, the team that I work for, or just, you know, doing the, you know, just doing all that stuff, school or anything like that, I was streaming every single time. And coming into the postseason, you know, I didn't take any days off, and I streamed every single day that I could. Any day that I could, I was streaming. Trying to commentate, trying to keep on putting the work in. And that's really what I was trying to do all year. Just put the work in. Just keep putting the work in. Every day, get better and better. And as it got further along and things got better and better, I just like, I can't believe it. I mean, like, this is my dream, honestly. Like, not even just the commentating. Like, at first, like, the first dream that I had was being a YouTuber and doing this and doing this content. Like, really, I never thought that it would get to this, and I'm just like, I'm so in shock. I don't really have words for all of this. Like, we started off the year with less than 4,000 subscribers. We're at 7,500 now. Like, I mean, I just don't have words for it. Like, there's really nothing like this, to be truthful. I'm just so grateful, really. I am. And just, you know, the mentality that I had of just keep on putting the work in, keep on fighting, take it one day at a time. And that was really what it was. That's what it's been my entire life. Just keep putting the work in day after day. Just keep grinding. And I loved it. I loved it so much. I really love doing this. You know, coming on here, talking to you guys all the time, and, you know, commentating and just talking about hockey. I love it so much. It was just an absolute marathon all the way through. Like, I mean, we did 195 streams this year. 195. It's a word I can't even, like, it's unbelievable the amount of times that we were live this year. It was an absolute marathon. It went from, you know, middle of September to now. What is that, like 9 months? Essentially, of just constantly streaming every single day that I could. If I could do it again, I really would. I love this so much. I'm so grateful. I'm really sad that this is the end of it. This is the end of this season. This is it for it. But it makes me so excited for next season and what next season is going to look like. And all that stuff as the Canes move around their Stanley Cup here. So I'll leave it at this. We're at 3 hours, 19 minutes here of streaming. The mentality that I really took with myself was just one day at a time. That was really what it was the entire way through, just one day at a time. Get better and better every single day. No matter how good the day was before, it was always a reset for me. And that's really what has really helped me out this year in growing this channel. In previous years, I would have a really good day or a really good week and whatever. I'd be like, I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. And sometimes I would lack after having a lot of success. And, like, I would just, like, stop posting and all that and, you know, all the stuff and consistency and all that. This year, especially after Milano Cortina, the numbers we put up in Milano Cortina, it was just one day at a time for me. Just get better and better and better. And that's the advice that I give to everybody else. Whether you're a YouTuber or just doing whatever, you're just living life. Just take it one day at a time. Keep getting better every single day at what you do. Just keep putting the work in. That would be my advice to anybody who, you know, is doing what they're doing, is doing anything right now. And I'm sorry for being at a loss of words, because I mean, I can't believe that we just did what we did. The run that we went on was phenomenal. I could never ask for anything more. I mean, this is my dream, really. But I know it's not over yet. We got to keep putting the work in, got to keep grinding. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. Just keep putting in the work in one day at a time. Just one day at a time. Enjoy the ride. Keep on grinding. We'll be back next season with plenty more commentaries. We'll be back with some more Hangout streams. I see you all saying all the kind words there on the commentary or in the comments. Thank you all so much. You guys have been absolutely phenomenal through this season. I love you all. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, next season we're going to get better and better. Just keep putting the work in every single year. I love you all. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to end it here. For the final time this year, I will see you guys in the next stream.